Porcelli Show, brought to you by Connor Roofing. You can count on Connor for all your roofing needs. Visit ConnorRoofing.com. That's CONNER Roofing.com. Vic Porcelli.
Come on, you're Italian. You understand.
Every day is a busy day all of a sudden.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Tough and smart, and I love Italian, so, he's definitely Italian.
At least I have this show to come and talk about it and let some stuff up.
What kind of a show are you guys putting on here today?
The Vic Porcelli Show.
Good morning, freedom fighters. Kenny
you
Williams.
nailed that one good. You took a big drink and you were ready to go.
It was a tiny sip.
It takes talent, though. It really does. Practice, lots of practice.
You have to measure your sips.
You do.
So if it's going to be a big sip, it's got to be before. What kind of show are you putting on here today? But if I already hear that's going to be a tiny little sip.
Okay.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you for noticing.
You nailed it.
Hey, welcome to Double Woosh Wednesday, everybody.
Yeah.
Ken, why don't you kick us off with a couple of whooshes just to get the mood going?
I wish I could.
Okay,
Here we go.
Whoosh, whoosh.
Thank
There we
you. Okay. So everybody but one, Clay Higgins, the only representative, the guy from New Orleans, voted yes on releasing these files, the Epstein files. Talk about that. And just we're going right out of the gate talking about Epstein. You good with that?
That's fine.
All right, that's fine. Well, you sound like my wife.
Well, no, it's just Epstein. We're getting flooded with it, and it's like it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be great, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah. So is it just fine or okay, Vic?
No, it's good. Yeah. Okay.
Because Ken, so honey, I'm going to go out for a while with my friends. I could. Yeah, it's fine. Uh-oh. You hear the snake rattle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Fake news coming up at 9:25. Dr. Bonner Cohen, the story he's got about these satellite-borne mirrors lighting up the skies at night.
I'm liking it. I don't know if it's good or I don't know if his perspective is good or bad, but whenever we can try and gain energy from outer space, I'm good with it. I'm good.
But I think of our friend Jamie Lissow today.
Yeah.
Because today, when the sun sets in Alaska, that's it. Until next year.
That's right.
You know? I don't know how they do it. I could never do it. Speaker Tim Jones and Jane Puszkar, a great friend, and Lauren. We find out Lauren's last name, so we don't say Jane Puszkar and Lauren, so there's not like a comedy team from the Ed Sullivan Show. Vic for Vets coming up today. Very intriguing Vic for Vets today, and something that nobody talks about.
No, right.
A job that nobody talks about.
Correct.
In the military. Mark Harder from the St. Louis County Council chat box, and our great friend Diane Wood from the Trolley Stop Bakery. Okay, Ken.
The official bakery of the Vic Porcelli Show.
You're saying that because I'm fat?
No,
Okay.
I'm just saying we have an official bakery.
It's fair.
I love that.
Yeah, you bet. All right, who's doing the pledge, Kenny?
Yeah, from formerly Southern Armory, veteran Logan Bryant.
All right, Logan, go right ahead.
This is Logan Bryant. Want to send a shout out to the United States Marine Corps, representing the Southern Armory. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. So this vote yesterday in the House surprised no one, I don't think, Ken.
Right, no.
When you say you want to get a unanimous vote, when you're talking about over 400 people, that's tough to do. Even, you know, how people can't get along to say, oh, the sky is blue. Well, we're going to vote on that. And half the people say the sky is green. So you're wrong. Shut up. You know?
Yeah, it's a show. I mean, it is a show, and it's politics, and it's all about what the look is. And every one of them said, look, I don't want to be the one voting no. So.
Okay, so let's take a look at the history of all this, okay? Jeffrey Epstein was convicted way before all of this, and then let go, and then went back to his sex island, and then he did it again. You know, if you were convicted of a crime, right? And then you're done with your sentence and everything with it, would you go back and do it again?
Well, I've never been in that situation, so I wouldn't really know for sure, but I would imagine that based on my track record of learning from my mistakes, I would probably not.
You know what? Learning from your mistakes is so important, but learning by other people's mistakes is much less painful.
Well, here's the thing that let's just start from the very beginning
Yeah.
here. The thing that I don't understand about and I actually do, I'm being a little facetious, but okay, you have on one hand, you have a Democrat by the name of Bill Clinton, who was not only on Lolita Express multiple times, not only did he invite Epstein 17 times to the White House for whatever reason, but he was also on the island, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he went to the island on Lolita Express. Now, then you have on the other hand the person that everyone's attacking. They're not mentioning Bill. He's in a photo in a dress. He's a painting in a dress. But that doesn't matter. None of those things I just mentioned matter about the Democrat Bill Clinton. Then you've got Donald Trump on the right, who was friends with him, but found out that he was trying to do things to his underage workers at Mar-a-Lago, and he was thrown out and said, "Do not come back. I don't want you around me ever again, you creep."
Who does?
Right. So now you've got a press and you've got a party, Democrats, who are just trying so hard to get Donald Trump, even though on their side, we're going to find stuff out in this, whatever this is that they're going to release. They're not they're not releasing a list. It's not going to be like, okay, here they are. Here are the people who went to the island.
So I didn't know that. What's it going to be?
What's Vic? It's going to be a bunch of information. It's going to be thousands and thousands of emails. It's not going to be a list.
Yeah.
It's not. Believe me, it's going to take time for them to decipher what's in there. But you know what's interesting about that? Who's going to do that? Because I guarantee you, if it's all Democrats, the only thing we're going to see
is Trump.
Trump. That's it. And if it's Republicans, I think we'll get a fair shake. I really do.
And we have the majority, so we should be able to do it, right?
We should be able to, yeah. But the bottom line is what they're doing to Trump, trying to just stain him with this, and it just is not going to work.
You know, there's something to be said in a bad way, Ken, when people want to get Trump and for the only reason to just get him, and then his policies, like let's take affordability, for example, right? Gas is coming down. I'm seeing 246.
Oh, yeah.
What about the Circle K? How are they doing?
It's 269, I think.
It'll come down.
It's coming down.
246 at a Shell station on Manchester Road this morning. And so that's the gap. I'm sure, Ken, the reserve, the strategic oil reserve is full again, right?
Yeah.
After,
He's working on it for sure.
Okay. And, you know, he's fighting insurance companies so people can get lower medical costs, right?
Right.
So now what's the big thing? Since they can't find anything else, well, beef prices are way up. Oh, yeah? Well, why don't you go after Bill Gates, who wants to get rid of real meat? That wasn't Trump that wanted to get rid of real meat, was it?
No, then weren't there problems with the cattle that it's dwindling because they had to kill some cattle or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, that wasn't during Trump.
Right.
I mean, it was during Biden that was happening.
So relating it back to the Epstein thing, I'm sure you did your morning news jumping around.
Oh, yeah, both. I have a, you hit return.
Yeah. I love that.
From GMA to Today's Show.
And they say that, Donald Trump now wants, after so many months of not wanting it to come out. And yesterday, not yesterday, 20 minutes ago, can you say what you said in the production studio before about him playing chess and
the 4D chess? There are a couple of different theories that people have, which one of them I don't like so much, but him playing 4D chess with this Epstein thing, maybe he has something on world leaders. Maybe he has something on them because Epstein knew all the world leaders apparently.
Prince Andrew went down.
Right. But he's only one, that we know of. But maybe President Trump had information and he didn't want to release it, not for himself, but for these other people. And I think it's still wrong. It needs to be released, but that's one of them. The other one is something, I don't know. It's more like him saying something and then making them make a decision based on what he said, because hate Trump derangement syndrome, all that. He knows that. So if he knows that if he says his name, then they're going to respond exactly opposite. So he's been saying, no, it's not important. It's not that big of a deal. There's nothing there. Just move on from the Epstein files. Well, then the Republicans hear that, and what do, Vic? They go the opposite of whatever Trump says.
Right.
So there they are screaming from the hilltops, release the Epstein files.
Democrats, you mean?
Democrats, yeah. And then Trump says, okay.
It's so funny.
I mean,
the analogy I gave Ken when we were talking about this before the show was, and I know, life is not all about poker, but boy, sure is close. When you are playing poker and this is why poker is a skill game and not a luck game. Because if I have a hand and you have your 2 cards in your hand and then the board has 5 cards out there and you look at your cards and you say, my God, there is no way I can win this hand. This guy has to have more than king high. I have king high here,
Yeah.
The thing about poker is don't just give up the pot to somebody because your hand can't win.
Yeah.
If he bets, you have to raise him on a bluff. And he's like, oh my God, he does have a hand. And then he folds and then your bluff wins, right?
Yeah.
So the Democrats tried to bluff. And then President Trump said, I call, which means, okay, let's see what you got.
See that I'm learning that from you. The tells, the idea of the card game and how it is played in politics. I believe that they are similar in some way. And that's it. He was planning this the whole time, making them go way overboard, which they always do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we know that. And say, yes, screaming, yeah, see, you're not going to release him because you're in it, And then he just said, okay, let's release him now.
So, I mean, it's so funny how life uses so many poker phrases in regular life. Under the gun. I'm really under the gun here. That means your first act is under the gun position in a poker table. Calling your bluff, right?
Right.
You hear that all the time. I just explained to you what that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just think it's hysterical that life imitates poker instead of life imitating
kind of
art.
Yeah.
All right. Now, so we found out that the House was going to vote on this. It was as close to unanimous as you can get. And when they said they were going to vote on it and it could be unanimous, former president of Harvard University, Larry Summers, said, oh, stuff. And
Don't you cuss on this here radio.
He split. He doesn't want to be in the public eye anymore. He's going to go somewhere where nobody can find him. Probably in his head where they can't extradite him, a country where they can't extradite him from.
Did you hear? I didn't really get a chance to find why he left.
Because dinner was ready.
Okay.
No other reason than dinner was ready.
It's really interesting though, because he was out. I mean, it was like, yep, I'll see you.
He outed himself.
Right.
He even said he was ashamed.
Yeah. Ashamed of what though? That's I didn't hear that. I heard I am extremely ashamed. Was it because of your dealings with him? Because Trump dealt with him, and Trump said, you know what? When he found out what he was about, he was cleared by the way, by lawyers and judges about this whole thing.
Yep.
They looked into it. They said, no, he had nothing to do with any of this stuff. This was back in like 90 something. I can't remember the date, but this is documented. This is all documented long before any of this.
Can we bring out Occam's razor one more time? If he says
in the early 2000s, I'm sorry, it was early 2000s.
If he says he's stepping back and he's ashamed of he didn't say I'm ashamed of touching little girls. That's not what he said.
No,
he said I'm ashamed of my relationship with Jeffrey Epstein.
Right.
So, really, that's it, or are you ashamed of touching little girls?
Yeah. What are you ashamed of?
Exactly.
Come clean.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be gone, if you're saying that I need to. I guess I need to let people know why I'm leaving. Let them know. Let everybody know. Let's find out. Because we're going to find out anyway.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. So we'll see how this unfolds. And again, Clay Higgins from Louisiana, is it?
New Orleans?
Yeah. He didn't vote with the rest of the crew. I'd like to know why.
I find that really interesting. He's the only one.
Yeah.
But it can't be because he was involved, right?
Why?
Well, because that's so obvious. Maybe he did it for some other statement, to make some other kind of a statement.
Well, his name stands out now, doesn't it?
Oh, it really does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So listen, during the shutdown, one of the big conversations was the SNAP cards and, people who didn't have money to buy food. So we got together with the St. Louis County Republican Central Committee, and we've got a food drive going on right now benefiting Feed My People. We've got barrels everywhere. We would like you to throw some food in, okay? Non-perishable things. At all three Bartolino's location. One, by the way, on Big Bend Road in Twin Oaks. That's kind of right where I live. Also, both Chris's Pancake and Dining locations. All three Michael's Flooring outlets, so you can get floored and feed people at the same time. And also Friendly Sports Bar in South City. And we have a barrel right here. What are you laughing at?
I just like that. Michael's Flooring. You can get floored
and feed the hungry.
And feed the hungry.
At the same time.
At the same time.
Because sometimes you get hungry afterwards anyway.
After getting floored, yeah.
And we have one here in our lobby. So help Feed My People, help us, help the community, and get involved, baby, get involved. All right, fake news is coming up next. It was broadcast on C-SPAN. That's why, to me, it qualifies for fake news.
Yeah.
Okay, but it is a politician. So that's next on 1019 94.1 News Talk STL. Welcome home.
Stream the Vic Porcelli Show at NewstalkSTL. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show.
Smitty Werben Jagerman Jensen.
True internet suffered the pressure.
Smitty Werben Jagerman Jensen.
I mean, as you involve our institution.
I just...
See no so long as
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
You throw Smitty Warben Yangerman Johnson at somebody and they know you're a SpongeBob fan.
Absolutely.
Right? So I think I'm an expert now on trees because I know Stan.
Right? Of course.
So
by osmosis.
Yeah, right. I was out back last night with Sally and I'm looking at all the trees. We have what are you laughing
it's
at?
Just I'm imagining you pondering life, looking up at the tree with Sally Bones next to you.
Oh yeah. And I was like, oh, that tree's well, maybe not. Maybe Stan can, I really do that. And I don't know if I'm right or I'm wrong. That's why Stan exists at Roots Plus. Let Stan come out and tell you if your tree can be saved or not, because he has this proprietary system to try to save the tree. Nutrients are in there.
They are
nutrients,
proprietary nutrients.
I like saying the word nutrients.
Me too.
So let's say in the unlikely event that Stan can't save your tree,
right?
Then the money that you put towards saving the tree will go towards removing it. Fair deal.
Oh, absolutely. My visual continues here now.
Oh God.
You're standing there looking at the trees, pondering
Sitting.
life with
sitting.
Well, yeah, sitting. But then Stan kind of walks up beside you while you're looking up, and he starts looking up too.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Yeah, it's not what you think." Right?
Oh, that's probably true, Ken. But I do my best. I'm making believe I know what I'm talking about.
You do.
I do it every day on this show from 9 to noon. So contact Stan. He'll help you. 314-440-3662. RootsPlusLLC.com. RootsPlusLLC.com.
News, analysis, opinion.
They're literally taking the Constitution and putting it in a paper shredder.
News Talk STL.
Duck season opens November 1st in Missouri's North Zone, and deer rifle season starts November 15th. Hunters, are you ready? Mike Ferguson here for Whistle Pig Outdoors. They have everything you need. Stock up on premium ammo, upgrade your decoy spread, and stay dry with top-quality, field-tested waders. Whistle Pig also has big game clothing, deer stands, blinds, and scents. From waterfowl to whitetail, Whistle Pig Outdoors has you covered on North Main in Troy or at whistlepigoutdoors.com.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
This is the time of the year most of us are checking off our holiday gift list. Identity thieves have lists too, and your personal information might be on that list. Protect your identity with LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every single second and alerts you to the threats you could miss yourself. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to work to fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year at LifeLock.com with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. The Vic Porcelli Show.
We demand a lower work week, 32-hour work week.
Very well, we'll give them shorter hours. We'll start by cutting their lunch hour to 20 minutes.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
You know, Bernie Sanders is so old, he might have been in the Marx Brothers movie.
Maybe.
No. You just never know. All right. Coming up next after this break is Dr. Bonner Cohen. Now, you said you were very excited about this, grabbing energy from space.
Yeah, if that's what he's talking about, then I'm all in.
But what about the what about like lighting up the skies at night? You good with that?
Well, it depends. I don't know. I just know that solar energy doesn't work when it rains, when it's cloudy, when it's nighttime. In outer space, though, there is never a nighttime. It's always sunlight.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty cool.
But it's not nice to fool Mother Nature.
No, but we need to advance. And if we want to, I like solar power, but it's just impractical. Maybe this will make it more practical. I don't know.
What about romance, Ken? Under the full moon, it was a dark night. The moon was full.
I think you and I are talking about two completely different things.
And George Bailey said, "What do you want, Mary? You want the moon? I'll tie a rope around it and pull it down for you." You know, that kind of stuff has to happen. All right, I'm sorry. What are we fighting, Ken?
We are fighting the fake news. It's fake. Fake news. Phony. Fake. Fake news.
I hit that wrong note. Before I did. Well, when I just now. I wasn't there.
Yesterday, when the Saudi Arabian prince was at the White House.
Yeah.
President Trump is giving him like a tour of all the presidents, all their faces that are around the outside of the White House. And I was trying to provide the audio for it, you know. Here's Harry Truman, dropped the bomb. Very good. Won the war, bombed the Japs. And then what I said yesterday was, here's Dwight David Eisenhower. He was president when Vic Porcelli was born. Everybody knows that. Everybody loves Vic.
Everybody loves Vic.
But I'm not sure that's what he said.
You don't think?
Oh, maybe he did.
Maybe.
He didn't eat the cookies. All right. So this is a caveat thing here, okay? But I'm still within the framework and the boundaries of fake news. Fake news. See, we have rules on the show. I know it doesn't sound like we have rules on the show.
We do.
We do. We have rules and we stick to them. Fake news is something that has to happen on a news broadcast.
Correct, because if it wasn't, like, for example, on Mondays we do That's Crap.
Exactly, Ken. Exactly.
Now that's anything.
That could be anybody lying.
Anybody, but primarily it's usually the Democrats.
But fake news has to be on a news broadcast.
Yes.
So this was broadcast on C-SPAN, and we can't blame C-SPAN for it because it wasn't them. It was Representative Jamie Raskin, who is justifying Tracy Plaskett, the representative from the Virgin Islands, getting texts from Jeffrey Epstein while she's asking questions to Michael Cohen. So here's what he said.
Well, they want to give them another headline, which is that they've arraigned a Democratic member for taking a phone call from her constituent, Jeffrey Epstein, in the middle of a hearing. And of course, I don't think there's any rule here against taking phone calls in a hearing. Now, if you want to actually give her the chance to explain what happened, then we would take it to the ethics committee. I still don't see what the charge is. Where is the ethical transgression? Where is the legal transgression? Are you saying anybody on your side of the aisle who had a phone call with Jeffrey Epstein should be censured? Be careful your answer there, because there's a lot more that's about to come out, right? So you should think about what is the principle behind this rush to judgment. I want to close just with this thought, because I know there were a lot of people in the chamber were here when this happened, and a lot who weren't.
All right, so I think we may have to go through this.
Oh, yeah.
Because, holy cow. First of all, this is just mean of me. But just go ahead, play. I'll tell you to stop. Go.
Well, they want to give them another headline.
Stop.
Which is
another headline. Play it again.
Is that
they want to give him another headline. It's like breaking his heart.
Well, they want to give them another headline.
Headline. You know?
Yeah.
Not an alpha male.
No,
Jim, you're asking.
another headline. No.
Not an alpha male.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
No.
Which is that they've arraigned a Democratic member for taking a phone call from her constituent.
Stop.
Okay. Yeah, I got to talk about
It wasn't a phone call. It was texts. And can we really call Jeffrey Epstein a constituent?
Well, he just did.
That's what I mean.
Okay, well, let's just flip it a little bit. And during the time when Jeffrey Dahmer, for example, was alive, and President Trump is talking, he said, "Oh, hold on a minute. Oh, I got a text from Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah, that's okay, right? Because he's a constituent, but he's Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. They don't care.
Right. How? So, and I want to be clear. It wasn't a phone call. It was texts. And
Real
I know
time.
It sounds like talking on the phone is worse than texting, but texting is worse because it's more secretive, because it's only you and the person you're texting that can see the phone. And then he said, one of her constituents, how is Jeffrey Epstein the constituent of a representative from the Virgin Islands? Is his home address at Epstein Island? That would be the only way he would be a constituent.
That's true.
Because even when he lived in New York, there's no way Stacey Plaskett was going to be her constituent.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
And here's something here. Let me play it.
Yeah.
From her constituent, Jeffrey Epstein, in the middle of a hearing.
Her constituent, Jeffrey Epstein.
Right. Click right, kid. Right. Perfect. Yeah. Absolutely.
From her constituent, Jeffrey Epstein, in the middle of a hearing.
Jeffrey Epstein, in the middle of it.
Oh my God! Great catch, Ken. Go ahead.
And of course, I don't think there's any rule here against taking phone calls in a hearing.
Stop. Now, I'm sure there is. I'm positive.
I don't know.
Well, first of all, he said there's nothing against taking a phone call in a hearing. He didn't say taking a phone call in the middle of asking the person questions.
Now that's a good point. And I think your text point earlier was better, because you said a phone call is not as bad as a text because it's in secret. When you do a text, it's very deceitful.
Of course.
And if this, and especially if this, for example, is in the middle of a hearing, not only in the middle of a hearing, Vic, she's in the middle of asking a question to Michael Cohen, and he's actually instructing her who Rona is for that question.
And that can't be okay, Ken. I don't care what he says. I don't care what I'm not going to believe that you can't. I'm not going to believe that you can have a conversation with somebody who's not in the room while you're questioning a witness.
An unelected person, by the way.
Who? Epstein?
Yeah.
While you're questioning a witness, Michael Cohen, at a House committee hearing. So, I guess that's all I got on that. Go ahead, keep going.
In a hearing. Now, if you want to actually give her the chance to explain what.
You know who he sounds like? You've seen We're the Millers, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You know Scotty P?
Yeah, Scotty P.
You know what I'm saying?
You have any regrets? Putting that regrets on your.
Not even one letter?
Not even. Nope.
Okay, again, I'm sorry.
Happened, then we would take it to the ethics committee.
So he's saying let her make a statement. I agree with what he just said here. He's saying let her come up and let her say her piece, and let's see what she has to say about that. Because Vic, they have real time. You said it yesterday. They have video where they simultaneously had side-by-side videos of her text happening while this was going on.
That can't be okay. It cannot be okay to have an outside phone call or texting thing while you are questioning a witness at a House committee hearing. Now, yesterday, I suggested that when they start these hearings, there should be a little basket and put your phone in the little basket.
Good idea, yeah.
So no funny stuff can go on.
So my point on that is, though, it happened, and I want her to explain that. Explain that away. Your constituent was texting you. Okay, well, can all of the constituents text you anytime?
Yes.
While you're doing a hearing?
Apparently so. Apparently, you can text your, if Ann Wagner was asking questions
in the middle of a hearing, yeah.
In the middle of a hearing, I could say, "Hey, Ann,
right?
Ask them where a good pizza place is in D.C." And that sounds stupid, but Jeffrey Epstein said, "Hey, you look good in that dress there, Stacey Plaskett."
Yeah, that was creepy.
Wow,
that
was it creepy?
So creepy.
And what was that relationship like that he thinks he can say that?
And what are you chewing? Are you chewing?
And what was she chewing? Like the inside
of her mouth? Apparently, it was like a bad habit. But we talked about this before anyone else, and the point was being made here that how could they have some kind of a relationship like that when he can actually say, "Hey, you look nice in that dress," and are you chewing?
And good job, too.
Good job there.
Good job.
You did good.
All in caps. The good job was all in caps.
Yes.
Is there anything else?
Oh, well, yeah.
Well, yeah. Go ahead.
You want to actually give her the chance to explain what happened, then we would take it to the ethics committee. I still don't see what the charge is. Where is the ethical transgression? Where is the legal transgression? Are you saying anybody on your side of the aisle who had a phone call?
I don't know. Maybe you're texting in real time about an issue that he knows all about it, but with a convicted pedophile. I don't know. Is there something wrong with that, Vic?
Yeah. Can you go back? Because the big point was yet to come. Just go back a couple seconds.
Where is the legal transgression? Are you saying anybody on your side of the aisle who had a phone call with Jeffrey Epstein should be censured?
Stop. What did he leave out there?
What?
Anybody that gets a phone call from Jeffrey Epstein during a hearing? He didn't say during a hearing. Play it again.
Yeah.
He doesn't say during a hearing.
Are you saying anybody on your side of the aisle who had a phone call with Jeffrey Epstein should be censured?
What? Yes, anybody who got a phone call from Jeffrey Epstein at any time in their lives, even if they were 12 years old, saying, "Hey, you want to go out and play baseball?" That they should be censured.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
I know.
Not an idiot. He's smart.
No, he is smart.
He's trying to. What's he trying to do? He's
deflect.
Deflect. He's trying to deflect. Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my God. Let's get out of here.
We are fighting the fake news. It's fake. Fake news. Phony. Fake.
Fake news. Fake news. One of our favorite guests, Dr. Bonner Cohen, is going to join us about these mirrors. Are there mirrors, Ken? They're
I don't know. We're going to find out.
Which is going to light up the sky at night?
I don't know that either.
If they did that.
I think you're making that up right now.
Satellite-borne mirrors would light up the skies at night.
Oh, maybe that's his problem.
I'm not making anything up.
Then maybe that's what his issue is.
And what about George Bailey? What do you want? You want the moon, Mary? I'll tie a rope around it. Pull it down for you.
Right.
Hello, you old savings alone. All right, that's next. On 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL, number one for live and local conservative talk.
Like and subscribe to us on Rumble. News Talk STL. Vic and Ken.
They're just a bunch of pansies.
The Vic Porcelli Show on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
On the next
Larry Connors USA.
With Larry Connors USA, you get news, analysis, opinion, and education.
Larry Connors USA. Now, weeknights 6 until 8 on News Talk STL.
Tony Colombo here for Gutter Pros and Exteriors, your all-in-one service team that brings years of experience and quality that's affordable right to your doorstep. Christine and I discovered Gutter Pros and Exteriors when we bought our home and inherited a gutter problem. And they've also repaired siding damage on our home because along with gutter repair, gutter installation, and leaf protection, the Gutter Pros team are also the best for repairing other exterior damage, including fascia, soffit, and all siding repair and installation. Learn about all the ways Gutter Pros and Exteriors can help your home or business right now at gutterpros.com.
Hey, it's Susie Moore. If new flooring makes you think hassle, think again, because Michael's Flooring is changing the game. For over 30 years, Michael's has been locally owned and trusted for quality, variety, and amazing service. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, laminate, luxury vinyl, or ceramic tile, their expert team makes installing new floors exciting, not stressful. That's why customers keep coming back. Visit Michael's Flooring at St. Peter's, Starting Prairie, Creve Coeur, or online at igotfloored.com. That's igotfloored.com.
Tim Jones and Chris Arps in the afternoon.
Kate Monroe.
I was in the Marine Corps. I don't think people really understand that the National Guard is essentially your neighbors. I mean, this would be like your house is on fire and all the great men and women on your block that are capable of helping you put out said fire, you call the police on them and then let your house burn down. That is essentially what these cities are doing. Because Orange Man wants to send people to help us, we're going to go ahead and let it just burn down.
Tim Jones and Chris Arps, weekdays at 4 on News Talk STL. This holiday season, help Feed My People fill the shelves. News Talk STL and the STL County GOP are partnering for an annual food drive, November 10th through December 21st. Drop off your non-perishable food donations at all Bartolino's restaurants, all Chris's Pancakes and dining locations, and all 3 Michael's Flooring outlets, or at the News Talk STL studios.
Hey, it's Chris Arps, and together, we can make a difference for families in need.
Visit NewsTalkSTL.com for complete drop-off locations. So many ways to listen to News Talk STL.
Join the conversation. All you have to do is say,
Hey Alexa, play News Talk STL.
Welcome to News Talk STL, conservative talk radio for St. Louis.
This hour, the Vic Porcelli Show, brought to you by Connor Roofing. You can count on Connor for all your roofing needs. Visit ConnorRoofing.com. That's CONNER roofing.com.
Woosh, woosh.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019.
Hey everybody, this is Joe Mackey. You may know me from Gutfeld as the hot one and the funny one. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show on News Talk STL 101.9 and 94.1 or 94.1 and 101.9. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, I'm a little mad at Joe.
Why?
Because the last time he was at the Funny Bone, his flight came in too late to come and visit us.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Pissed me off a little bit.
A little bit.
All right, can I say one more thing about this whole thing with the vote and everything in the House? Our great friend Leanne, who has convinced us that Bounty is indeed the quicker picker-upper. She said Clay Higgins said he didn't like the way the legislation was written. It could harm innocent people. And if the Senate amended the bill so it protects them, he would vote for it.
Okay.
That's very fair, except I just don't know how it would hurt people, hurt victims.
Well, if you're releasing everything, I think what he probably wants is for their specific names to be redacted.
Then don't protest on the Capitol steps with candles and the chyron underneath says who you are.
That's a really good point.
I'm all for anonymity for
right.
innocence, but boy, oh boy, there they are with their, I think, the people don't vote for this. So I don't know. I mean, I like Clay Higgins. I love his questioning style during hearings.
Right.
I really do.
Right.
But that's why I wouldn't. Thank you, Leanne. And yes, we do agree now that Bounty is the quicker picker-upper, right?
Well, she had to convince you. I was already in the tank.
Oh,
for that.
what an ass kisser you
no,
are!
No, I really was.
Oh
I've
my God!
I've always used Bounty. Always, Leanne.
Oh God, you are such a kiss ass, Leanne. I used the quicker picker-upper.
Thank you, Leanne.
All right, let's get serious here. Stop screwing around, Kenny. Let's talk to our great friend, Dr. Bonner Cohen from CFAC.org. Hi, Dr. Cohen. How are you?
I'm very well, Vic. I hope you and our listeners are doing equally as well, if not better.
And you use Bounty, right?
Never heard of Bounty. Don't even know what the hell it is.
Paper towels.
Oh, it's a paper. Oh, Bounty. Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, I have 2 rolls of Bounty in my kitchen.
Why? Because you think it's the quicker picker-upper?
It is. He's right.
Yeah. It's more. It absorbs more.
God! Why don't you two just go take Leanne out to dinner tonight?
I'm game.
I'm ready. I'll be down with it.
All right. So I got to tell you, Dr. Cohen, I satellite-borne mirrors that would light up the skies at night. Already, I'm not hip to that because I like a dark night with just the moon out there. And so, how are we going to see the constellations if the sky is lit up?
Well, that's one of the problems with the whole undertaking of a California startup, which wants to deal with the problem of intermittency with solar power. As long as the sun is shining, some electricity is produced by so-called solar farms around the country. But when the nighttime comes, it's game over. The only way you can keep things going is to have batteries backing up solar power, for that matter, natural gas, neither of which works particularly well in this context. And you're talking about an industry that is facing the loss or the phase out of its subsidies. So an enterprising young man who in an earlier life once worked for one Elon Musk came up with an idea. We can put up via satellite gigantic mirrors in space. Those mirrors would then pick up sunlight and beam that sunlight down to solar farms on Earth. Those solar farms would, of course, have to subscribe to the surface, and a particular satellite with a mirror on it would then beam down on a designated solar farm, be it in Colorado or Missouri or wherever, and provide light at night. Not as much light as you would get during the day, but enough to keep the solar farm chugging along when nighttime falls. And you correctly pointed out there are several big problems with this. One is, well, what about the whole field of astronomy? When do astronomers perform their work? They do it at night, and they would need darkness around them. So with these super powerful telescopes that they can have, they can see things in outer space that could one day affect us, such as an asteroid heading in our direction or a supernova or whatever it is that's going on out there. If you have these space mirrors reflecting sunlight back down on Earth during the nighttime hours, it's going to be very difficult for astronomers to practice their profession. Then think of animals, how wildlife would be affected by this, because they too have a certain rhythm in their lives, and they are used to things being dark at night. A lot of them actually hunt at night. Well, how are they supposed to hunt if you have light being beamed on a nearby solar farm? So there are all sorts of complications with this. And this is the fun and games with it. The CEO of the company has said that as many as 250,000 satellite-carrying mirrors could be put into Earth's orbit. This would be a longitudinal orbit going from pole to pole. And so you would have all of these things up in the air, beaming light down to Earth during nighttime hours for the sole purpose of keeping solar farms more or less operative. So I think it's an absolutely harebrained scheme, but nevertheless, they have picked up some interest among the investment community, not just the private sector, but the U.S. Air Force is also throwing a little bit of money their way. I believe the figure is $1.7 million. And so there you have it. Now, I mentioned the fact that the CEO used to work for Elon Musk. Well, if you're going to launch satellites on which you are then going to attach mirrors, you need a launching pad. And, well, Elon Musk has one. It would be SpaceX, presumably, located on the Gulf Coast in southeastern Texas. So there could be something in this for Elon, too, if it ever receives federal approval.
So I was really excited about this whole concept, this whole idea that we're going to talk about today, Dr. Cohen. But I think you and Vic are very correct about the wildlife angle and the light coming in at night, that whole thing. But, man, I really love the idea. Have you ever heard of a Dyson sphere?
A what?
A Dyson sphere. It's a hypothetical.
I don't think so. No, it doesn't ring a bell.
Okay, it's a hypothetical megastructure that you would put around the sun to capture all of its solar energy. That, yeah. So something that now you wouldn't want to do that, I don't think, but maybe do something further out in space and then project that energy to the world that way instead of having the actual light coming down. What about that?
That's certainly something we or those who come long after us could look into. I think the notion of projecting light down to Earth during nighttime is fraught with so many unknowables that I doubt if this thing is ever going to receive a federal approval. By the way, they would have to get it, not from the if Energy Department or from EPA or anything like that. No, it would be the Federal Communications Commission.
Wow.
Why? Because they have jurisdiction over satellites, and you're talking about putting up lots and lots of satellites, which, by the way, also raises the problem of space junk, because you're going to have, if the CEO can be believed, as many as 250,000 of these satellites up in the air beaming light down to Earth. So I don't know if the FCC is going to go along with this. I seriously doubt it, but we shall see.
I think this is
You guys are right. Okay.
This is a very expensive thing here. 250,000 satellites.
Nothing like this has ever been tried before. Yeah, we've been putting satellites up for 60 or 70 years, but putting satellites up and having them geared in such a way that they would beam light to a specific place on Earth, which, by the way, according to the company, would never exceed 5 square miles. That would be the area that would be lit up at night. In other words, enough to cover a solar farm somewhere, provided the solar farm, of course, subscribes to the surface. But nothing like this has ever been done before, and you wonder just how many things could go wrong.
No kidding. So we were talking about the circadian rhythms, right, of animals and stuff. Those are wild animals. To take it down to a more human level, when the sun comes up earlier, Sally's booping me in the face with her nose because she wants to go out as soon as that sun comes up.
She does. Hey, time to rise and shine.
Yeah.
She'd be doing that all the time then at that point.
Yeah. Right. She'll be booping me all night. All right. There's one thing on the thing that we have from you, Dr. Cohen, that I don't understand at all. Maybe I'm not an aficionado enough of classic 1950s sci-fi movies, but if I were, I would remember the likes of Them, Godzilla, The Thing from Another World, and Zombies from the Stratosphere, in which creatures, both extraterrestrial and homegrown, terrified their mostly teenage and younger audiences through their sheer otherness. What in the heck does all that mean?
Well, you stop and think about what the startup company in California is proposing to do. That is create solar energy from outer space through these mirrors. And I sat there and I read about this. Then I remembered seeing one of these 1950s sci-fi movies called It Came from Outer Space. It hit me. That's what it is. This is an invader. Something completely alien to anything we have ever seen before. Fits in very well with those black and white sci-fi movies of that era. Some creature, whether it was a creature from the Black Lagoon that would be homemade, or whatever it is, them that came from outer space. Well, this is another one. Here we are dealing with the intermittency of solar power, and we're doing so by having our planet invaded via these mirrors reflecting sunlight down to Earth. How's that?
And Dr. Cohen could voice the trailer.
It came from outer space.
No kidding. Jira Ken said if it's a movie, you should do the trailer.
Yeah, you should voice it.
In a world where I'm Dr. Bunner Cohen.
Yeah, ever have a chance, watch it. It's actually pretty good.
All right, it came from outer space. Put that on your
much
list.
better than putting hundreds of thousands of mirrors up in the air.
Stupid idea. Really is a stupid idea. Okay, Dr. Cohen, cfac.org. Thank you so much. We love talking to you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
You got it.
Bye.
Take care.
God,
that was good.
That was great. And he wasn't for it.
No, I was originally. I thought, wow, what a cool idea. Okay, I'm in. Let's go. And then you guys start talking and speaking common sense.
Listen, if you can't throw a rope around the moon and pull it down for Mary, then what good is nighttime?
Is any of it? Yeah, right.
So tomorrow at this time, we're going to talk to former Senator Bill Eigel about his initiative petition to repeal personal property tax in St. Charles County, Ken.
Yeah.
So I think St. Louis County's got to get on board too. And we'll talk to Senator Eigel about that.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad if they got rid of that tax and St. Louis County didn't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know,
they'd look pretty silly.
Pretty silly.
All right. Very quickly, Wreaths Across America is in full swing. Not too much time left. The end of this month, I think, is the last chance you have to buy a wreath. Now, think about this. Think about buying a wreath, and then it goes on the grave of somebody who died for this country.
Right.
And then you see it, right? Find out which grave it is. I bought that wreath for that guy. That's pretty patriotic, I think.
Well, just seeing it and seeing them laid down to these veterans is so beautiful.
And it would be at the Belle Reve Gardens Cemetery. So please buy a wreath. Ken, you know I don't know how you do, but go ahead.
It's wreathsacrossamerica.com/MO from Missouri, MO 0281P.
I don't know how you remember that. Or just do the QR thing. QR
code.
QR thing. Do that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And they're looking for volunteers too to help.
They are. Yes, they are. So please buy a wreath. Make us happy. Make them happy. And we'll try to get an update for you very soon.
Yeah.
All right, Kenny, who's next? Our ultra handsome, ultra MAGA Speaker of the House, Tim Jones, coming up next. I'm sure he watched all this stuff in D.C. And we'll talk. You know what? We'll talk about Bill Eigel's thing with him.
Oh, yeah.
See what he thinks about that. That's all coming up in our next hour on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL. Welcome home.
Woosh, whoosh.
News, analysis, opinion.
He lines up 4 deals with countries.
Trump signed trade and mineral deals with Cambodia, Thailand, Malaysia, and Vietnam.
He's a great leader.
101.9 and 94.1.
Number 1 for conservative talk.
News Talk STL.
Hey, Tony Colombo here with Tim Jones for our friends Rodney and Jen Wallner, the Wallner home selling team at Berkshire Hathaway, the #1 home selling team in the St. Louis area. And I can say that from firsthand experience. My wife and I were blown away from the results that we saw from working with Rodney and Jen, from selling our old home faster and for more money than we thought possible to finding our family's perfect new home. They over-delivered every step of the way. And right now, it's still very much a seller's market. So, Tim, for folks that have been thinking about selling their home, it's a perfect time to call the Wallners.
That's right, Tony. And don't forget, they're licensed in both Missouri and Illinois, so no matter where you are in the metro area, you can put St. Louis's #1 home selling team to work for you. The Wallners' experience and work ethic, second to none. And of course, the numbers speak for themselves. The Wallners sell 15 times more homes per year than the typical realtor. Right now, they're working with so many qualified buyers, they'll guarantee to obtain you an offer. If you've been thinking about selling your home, don't wait. Call the Wallners now at 314-810-SOLD. That's 314-810-SOLD for the Wallner home selling team.
Hi, it's Ken Williams, and my favorite capriati sandwich is the Capistrami. You've got hot pastrami, melty Swiss cheese, crunchy coleslaw, and zesty Russian dressing. What else do you need? I love capriatis, and you will too.
On Manchester at McKnight in Rock Hill.
This December 13th, join Wreaths Across America at Belle Reve Gardens Cemetery as we remember the fallen, honor those who serve, and teach our children the value of freedom. Help us lay remembrance wreaths on the graves of our fallen heroes. Sponsor a wreath, volunteer, or bring your family to this meaningful tribute to our veterans, because every hero deserves to be remembered. Learn more and sponsor a wreath. Visit NewstalkSTL.com. KLGY HD3 Clayton, K270BW Bellefontaine, KNBS Bowling Green. This is News Talk STL at 101.9, 94.1, and always streaming at NewstalkSTL.com.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. First the House, then the Senate passed the bill directing the Department of Justice to release all of the Jeffrey Epstein files. President Trump says he will sign the bill, although he calls the Epstein matter a Democrat hoax, says it's meant to distract from numerous Republican accomplishments since he took the White House for a second time. The president formally designating Saudi Arabia a major non-NATO ally.
The president made the announcement at a White House dinner for the kingdom's crown prince, a move that aims to elevate the military relationship between the two countries. While the designation is largely symbolic, it does provide foreign partners with certain benefits in the areas of defense, trade, and security cooperation.
Correspondent Ken Lorman. Looks like the Crescent City is up next.
Sources tell AP 250 federal border agents are set to descend on New Orleans in the coming weeks for a 2-month immigration crackdown. Dubbed Swamp Sweep, the operation aims to arrest some 5,000 people across southeast Louisiana and Mississippi.
Correspondent Ben Thomas. Setback for Republicans in a redistricting case out of Texas.
A panel of 3 federal judges has blocked Texas from using a new congressional map that Republicans drew in hopes of picking up 5 U.S. House seats. In a 2-1 ruling Tuesday, the judges in El Paso sided with opponents who claim Texas redrawing of congressional districts would harm Black and Hispanic residents. Texas filed an immediate appeal with the Supreme Court Tuesday evening. Jason Walker reporting.
Stocks are higher on Wall Street this hour. The Dow is up 29 points. The Nasdaq trading 291 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Hey, it's Mike Gallagher, host of The Mike Gallagher Show. I don't mess around when it comes to saving you money. Right now, rates have dropped to the lowest level in over a year and a half. That means if you bought your home or refinanced in the last 3 years, you could be saving hundreds of dollars every month. Lower your rate, lower your monthly payment, even kick that pesky PMI to the curb. And get this, you can skip 2 full months of mortgage payments. But that's not all. Fellowship Home Loans just rolled out something incredible. Their very own HELOC and lines of credit. Approval in just 5 minutes. Money in your account in as little as 4 days. It's the easiest system you've ever used. You can do it yourself online. Whether you want to pay off bills, tackle a home project, cover education, or even a wedding, Fellowship Home Loans makes it simple to leverage the money that's already sitting in your house. Just go to fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G, fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G, or call 800-510-MIKE, 800-510-MIKE, 800-510-6453. Fellowship Home Loans, mortgage lending guided by the book.
Nationwide Mortgage Bankers, DBA Fellowship Home Loans, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 819382.
This hour of News Talk STL is brought to you by Rodney and Jen Wallner and the entire Wallner home selling team at Berkshire Hathaway. Call them today at 314-810-SOLD. 314-810-SOLD. From the Michaels Flooring Outlet Weather Center.
I'm meteorologist Chance Scotch with your first alert forecast. Going to see some patchy fog this morning as temperatures a little bit colder back towards the upper 40s, but we're going to continue to warm back up close to the 60-degree mark this afternoon. Looking at mostly cloudy skies and some chances of showers and thunderstorms begin into Thursday. That'll last into Friday evening before clearing for a drier weekend ahead as temperatures are back towards the lower 60s as we look off throughout the second half of the week. From the First Alert 4 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chance Scotch.
Vic Porcelli.
Come on, you're Italian. You understand.
Every day is a busy day all of a sudden.
You talking to me? You talking to me? Tough and smart, and I love Italian, so he's definitely Italian.
At least I have this show to come and talk about it and let some stuff up.
What kind of a show are you guys putting on here today?
The Vic Porcelli Show.
All right, welcome to it. Hour number 2. We're kind of smack. Well, I guess at 10:30 would be smack in the middle. Did I do that math right? 10:30 would be, yeah, okay. Speaker Jones coming up in just a bit. Jane Puszkar from the Francis Howell School Board will be coming up at the end of this hour. And, at any time, did Jane reach out to you and say, can I come on?
Yes.
Then you know something's up.
Right.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
When something's up, she said, let me call Vic and Ken, and then we'll see what really goes on. Now, with this vote yesterday, that was nearly unanimous. Obviously, U.S. Representative Eric Burleson voted for it, so we'll see what he's thinking about with Nate Lucas tomorrow at 10:05. Right now, 24 hours from now. And that'll be fun because Nate's fun. And Eric Burleson's kind of fun, too. Okay. Are we ready for the Ultra MAGA Speaker of the House, Ken Williams?
Already. Timmy.
Former Speaker of the House.
You just proved why you left-wing loons are so insane. Y'all ready for this?
Tim Jones. Timmy, good morning, my Ultra MAGA Speaker of the House, Tim Jones. How are you?
I'm great. Can you guys hear me?
Oh, yeah.
5x5? All right, there we go. Coming to you deep within a secret bunker in Gavin Newsom's communist California.
Oh.
I'm preparing the invasion of sanity and fiscal sense.
So it's 8:05 there, right?
Yes, I got up early just for you guys. You should feel honored and privileged.
All right,
Thanks, Timmy.
Don't get carried away, okay? We're happy you did it, but don't get...
I know I'm suffering away out here in Palm Springs. Actually, there's a lot. This stuns me every time I'm out here. Fellas, why have we conceded some of our best and most beautiful states to the communist Marxist left? We need to take California back, for the love of God. And there's a lot of people out here that I know would do that. California is so massive that there are plenty of people, millions of people who think and believe like we do. There's just a couple million more that are absolutely insane. That's the problem.
Who are probably illegals,
it's a matter
by
of
the way.
scale.
Yeah, they're probably illegal.
Well, there may be that too. There may be that too. But Palm Springs, famous place, right? Beloved home of beloved vacation spot for President Dwight Eisenhower. We all like Ike. There's a lot of Eisenhower stuff I saw on the way in last night. We got in late last night, but I saw a lot of Eisenhower signs and roadways and things. Bob Hope, right? Bob Hope used to do the Palm Desert Classic out here back in the day. So, former state of the Gipper, Ronald Reagan, best president, next to Donald Trump. I mean, the two of them had a lot in common. They both cut taxes and made America great again. Ronald Reagan did it after the horrible malaise years of Jimmy Carter, and Donald Trump's trying to do everything to recover us from the fiscal insanity of Joe Biden. Guys, for all this affordability crap, which I don't accept that premise that that's our fault on the right side whatsoever. I saw a stat this morning that proves that point. 87%. So let's say nearly 90%, for those of you rounding up at home, nearly 90% of the inflation that was caused in the United States of America over the last 10 years. You want to take one guess who it was caused by?
Democrats.
That would be Joe Biden. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 90%. Can you believe that? So wait a minute. You morons caused 90% of the problem, but suddenly it's now our responsibility to fix it. Well, we will, because we're great Americans. We love this country and we're so upset that you try to destroy it. So we will, but we're doing it because we want to, not because we caused it or have any responsibility for it. In fact, it's the other party, the one that you mouthpieces in the media freaking grift for every single day, that caused all of the problems that we're in now. But suddenly Republicans have to get, allegedly punished at the polls 2 weeks ago in big, deep blue states. Oh, what a shocker. For all this thing. So my whole point is, we've talked about this before. Never accept the premise of the question that the lunatic left wants to force upon you.
And Tim, I think that some people, more independent-minded people, are getting the message slowly, because I'll give you an example. My wife, she's very apolitical, and I told her one day, this was back during Biden's administration, I said, these prices are going up, but when Trump gets in, he's going to bring them down. She goes, no, they're not. They're going to be up here for a while. It's easy to get prices to go up. It's very difficult to get prices to go down, and I think she's very smart about that.
No, you're right. And to prove the point that the red states rock while the blue states continue to blow it, and that state policies do matter. What is the average price of gas back in the Midwest, fellas? $2.69, $2.79, somewhere around there,
tops,
right?
Yep, that's it.
Tops. California, I passed several gas stations last night. $4.69. It's $2 more, almost twice as much a gallon out here. And I'm sorry to say this, Republicans aren't in charge of dog collection out here, much of anything else, right? The liberal lunatics run everything in California politically from top to bottom. So why is gas $4.69 a gallon? If you're lucky, if you can find it at that level, because of the policies of the stupid left. And, one of the reasons I'm out here is, the reason I'm out here is we're going to talk about some of these, the reason we go to some of these blue states is because we shouldn't neglect any of the great Americans who are trying to make America great again. There are groups of Americans out here trying to do what they can. You got Steve Hilton running for governor out here. You've got other great Republicans and conservatives trying to do what they can, block by block, to take their neighborhoods back and restore California to the once mighty state that it was. First, you got to get a handle, Ken, on like what you said, the illegal immigration, the crime. You got to get a handle on crime and public safety before you can tackle the economic issues. But then those are next. And so I'm out here with Americans for Tax Reform with the great Grover Norquist, and we're going to be discussing a lot of those issues. What works, what doesn't. and how we can move America forward.
Okay. So you mentioned Bob Hope. Sorry, sometimes I'd have to go back.
Yes.
He always did such great work with the USO.
Yes,
so
he
many
did.
so many images in my head are Bob Hope on a stage and all these guys, all these service members out there, and then he brings out Marilyn Monroe, and then they just lose their mind. So I kind of like that. Okay. Before we continue, can you raise your right hand?
Yes, it's up.
Do you promise to be brief and only brief for the remainder of this conversation? So help you God.
I'll do my best.
Thank you.
Okay.
We're just kidding with you, Tim. You know that, right? You got a good sense.
I'm ready to roll.
Okay. So this vote yesterday, all but one, Clay Higgins from Louisiana voted against it. Why do you think he did that?
I don't know. I have a colleague here from the Bayou, from Louisiana. I'll have to ask her today if she knows Congressman Higgins and what in the world might have been in his noggin. Not quite sure. Maybe he sees it for the fraud that it is and didn't want to get. Look, yesterday was a political exercise foisted upon America by Democrats. Last week, I want to make this very clear. Last week, Speaker Johnson gave the green light for Republicans to go ahead and release the Epstein files by what's called unanimous consent. So he had Congressman Tim Burchett, right, one of our favorites from Tennessee, the guy who says "Dad gum" all the time. Congressman Burchett from Eastern Tennessee. So I think he's from Knoxville area. He's a hoot. He's like the Senator Kennedy of the north, of the further north in the U.S. House. He made the unanimous consent motion last week when the House went back into session after the Democrat Schumer shutdown. Guess who objected? The Democrats.
Yeah,
fellas, we have gotten 55,000 pages of Epstein files already released. Where are the smoking guns in that? There aren't any, just like there's not going to be any in the next 30 or 40,000 pages that are released, at least as regards Donald Trump. Now, you know who may get, I think Democrats are going to rue the day that they decided to, jump off the cliff on this issue, because I think what you're going to discover for the intrepid journalist who wants to dig into this is that there are a whole host of weirdo, perverted, uber powerful, uber elitist liberals and Democrats that were ensnared in the Epstein web.
Agreed. Ken?
Well, just real quick, Tim, do you think that, I don't know, Bill Clinton might be involved in some of this information?
Oh, I don't know. The guy who flew on the Lolita Express 25, 30 times. I don't know. We've all lost track and count. Been to the island. Larry Summers, who Epstein referred to as his wingman, or maybe it was the opposite. Maybe it was vice versa. I don't know. But they were all buddy, cushy, cozy. And so, yeah. Is it a news flash, fellas, that there are unfortunately a number of horrific, tragic figures in the uber elitist, powerful world who are absolute disgusting perverts? No, that's not news. And I think what we're going to learn is most of them are on the left-hand side of the political philosophical fence, because that's who Epstein hung with in freaking Manhattan, New York City. Who do you think was there?
Aren't they afraid of Hillary going on a killing spree and killing them all?
Remember those memes where they were talking about how after Epstein died, a mysterious security guard was spotted, and it was Hillary Clinton with a mustache.
So funny.
Yeah,
so funny.
Hilarito Clintonio was spotted.
I like when they found that the missing minute, and all it showed was her walking into his jail cell.
I mean, we laugh because we would cry, right? Because this is all very likely true.
So just, housekeeping, just scorekeeping, you've reached your limit on using the word Uber, so you're not allowed to use that anymore for the rest of this conversation.
Okay, I'll stop.
I'm pissing off Tim today. It's all fun, Tim. You know that, right? My God. So
you are my ultra mega deplorable Garbaggio brothers.
Yeah, baby. But now you just mentioned 30 or 40,000 more pages of this stuff. So my question is, how long until we get any kind of answer on anything?
I don't know that we will. I mean, once again, see, here's what happens is, with all of these pages, obviously, none of them have any. Okay, first of all, let's retrace our steps a little bit. If there was anything really in the Epstein files that was some sort of kill switch, rhetorical kill switch against Donald Trump, something that would have taken him down, that would have finally gotten him, do you not think that someone in the Biden, it wouldn't have been Biden because he was so brain dead over the last 4 years. It wouldn't have been him. But some of his uber progressive Trump hating leftists, none of them were able to discover and release that in the last 4 years that they had total and unfettered access, the highest security clearances in the country for 4 years, heading into another general election where Donald Trump was going to run again for president. Are you kidding me? Come on. We were born on a day, but we weren't born yesterday. And all of this has to do with the specter, only the specter, the ghost, that there may be something there. See, fellas, they know there's nothing there, but if they can continue to not address the nation's problems because they have no new ideas, and the ideas Democrats have are really bad ones that are largely rejected by a supermajority of the American people, then this is what they do. They hate Trump. They have Trump derangement syndrome. Get Trump. Trump must be bad. Let's talk about completely stupid, irrelevant things that don't move the country forward. Fellas, I don't know. This may be an unpopular opinion. At this point in time, I don't give a flying F about the Epstein files.
I don't either.
Don't you cuss on this here radio.
But I'll tell you one thing.
I was careful.
You actually were. But I can see there being so much stuff released. Number one, that the Democrats are going to weed through it and make up stuff. Because they did on one email. They took one email and made
They already did, Ken. You're right.
They already
yes.
did it with Virginia Giuffre. Okay, but now the Republicans, they
deployed the Ed Stoy principle, didn't they, Ken? They took an email that at its core said the opposite of what was true, and they tried to make it mean something else last week.
Yes, exactly. And what the Republicans need to do, Tim, is they need to be on top of that. Whatever comes out, they need to be on top of it, deciphering it their own way to get the truth. I'm saying, because the Democrats, are going to decipher it for their own means.
You know how we do that? We do what you always propose we do. We go on O. We go on offense. Republicans, by their very nature, this is a good and a bad thing. We're reactionary, right? Like we don't wake up every morning and actively try to think up new and stupid ways to destroy America. But the Democrats do. We're reactionary. We're like, okay, we're going to wait for a problem and then we're going to solve it, because Republicans don't believe that getting up every day and creating some new giant government thing to solve a problem that doesn't exist is what we do, right? We believe in eliminating barriers, in reducing the size and scope of government, letting people live their lives as they were intended to do in this nation. I'm watching the new Ken Burns documentary. I know he's a bit of a liberal, but he does do good work. I'm watching the American Revolution documentary, and I'm like, oh my God, everybody needs to watch this. Inalienable God-given creator rights for freedom and liberty. Why did the Pilgrims, risk life and limb to come across the vast ocean? For two things: economic freedom and religious liberty. We need to rediscover our roots, and we need to tell all these commie Marxist socialists to go freaking pound sand.
Ooh, that was a close one. Right, Kenny? Did you sweat a little bit there when he said that?
Right on the edge.
Right. That's good, though. I like that.
Dadgummit. So listen, I want to talk for the remaining couple of minutes we have, Tim, on procedure protocol. Is it okay to get texts from somebody while you are questioning someone at a House committee hearing?
I'm not sure about the rules on that, but it is the appearance of impropriety, as we often say, isn't it? It is at the very least. So once again, doesn't it prove the point that I was just making a few moments ago, that if you're talking Epstein, you're talking Democrats, because those are the people that he surrounded himself by. That was the root foundation of his power structure. And those are the folks that I think should be most sweating in their britches this morning.
But Tim, Jamie Raskin was calling Epstein a constituent.
Right.
Okay. And in reality, guess what? A rapist pedophile was actually texting her at that moment.
I guess that's the difference, Tim, whether
the Democrats
whether it's a regular
yeah,
person.
they love criminal.
Criminal.
They love criminal constituents, don't they? That's why they're importing illegal aliens, by the truckload.
There's plenty of mafia guys they could enlist, that's for sure.
Well, there's that too. Yeah.
So listen, have fun in Palm Springs, California. Tough assignment you got there today, Tim.
You know what? Someone's got to do it. So I raised my right hand and volunteered.
You know what? I couldn't do it. I don't have a real ID.
Timmy!
All right, Tim.
Let me tell you, I got other stories I could tell you, but I know we got to go. But I long for the glamorous days of air travel of yesteryear. I'll just put it at that.
Yeah, I remember there's a meme, somebody flying in like the 1960s, and they got a full meal in front of them on a tray.
Right. China.
And then the guy says, "Boy, I wonder how great it's going to be in 50 years from now." And you see the guy in the guinea tea with a beard and hoodie.
You got Tim.
They're throwing
throwing
pretzels at you. They're throwing pretzels at you, and you may get a glass of water.
Yeah,
you know.
Tim, you got 30 seconds. I got to hear a story real quick.
About what?
About
You.
I don't know. You said you had stories.
Oh, okay. Real quick, was supposed to depart St. Louis at 9:30 yesterday morning. Finally got in the air at 1:30 in the afternoon.
Oh my God!
God bless them,
man.
God bless American Airlines. That's all I have to say.
You were here at 9:30 yesterday.
I was because the plane was delayed.
Yeah.
But you know what? The important thing we always say is getting everywhere safe and traveling well. We did that. I was able to bring my wonderful wife, Suzanne, out here with me. She's actually working, right? We go to these wonderful places and then we sit on the computer all day. But no, I'm going to go out, smell the roses and enjoy the sunshine out here. And I'm going to try to do everything I can to make California less communist again.
Do it, Tim. Thanks so much, baby. We'll see you next week.
And a double whoosh, super duper dry hump day Wednesday to my deplorable ultra mega Garbaggio brother.
Woosh.
All right, there it is. This
Thanks,
afternoon, 4 o'clock, Tim Jones and Chris Arps, 4 to 6 o'clock. Our ultra mega, ultra handsome Speaker of the House. All right. So, hold on. I'm all confused here. Okay, I got it. Coming up next, Ken, you know what I want to do?
What?
Hey, don't.
What, Vic?
Thank
what
you.
would you like to do?
No, that's worse. Don't.
Yeah, I know. That's
worse.
why I did it.
I would like to hear some of President Trump sitting with the Saudi Crown Prince from yesterday.
Let's do that.
All right. On 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL. Welcome home. Chicago, right? I'm a man.
Yeah.
Watch us on our live stream using Rumble, Facebook, and Twitter. The Vic Porcelli Show.
I had a guardian angel by my side. I called her Mamaw. Now, she once told me, when she found out that I was spending too much time with a local kid who was known for dealing drugs, that if I ever hung out with that kid again, she would run him over with her car. And she said, JD, no one will ever find out about it.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
Hello here for Rockwood Charcoal. Rockwood is made from 100% pure Missouri oak and hickory, so you're cooking with the best and supporting local industry and a local business all at once. There's over 100 area Rockwood retailers. Find yours at rockwoodcharcoal.com.
Tim Jones and Chris Arps in the afternoon.
Johnny Tobacco, he's host of Wise Guys on Newsmax. The polls are saying that Kami Mandami is going to be the next mayor of New York.
Well, you know, Chris, I don't know what they say out in St. Louis about polls, but here in New York, we say polls are good in two places, strip clubs and firehouse. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Tim Jones and Chris Arps, weekdays at 4 on News Talk STL.
1 in 4 women will have an abortion before the age of 45 in this country. That's the tragedy we must work to stop. Mike Ferguson from The Morning Show here, and that is why Reach Reproductive Health is here, to empower parents to save the lives of innocent children and to see these families come to Christ. And you can be a part of saving and changing lives. So pray and visit outreachforlife.org to learn more, volunteer, and donate. That's outreachforlife.org.
Make this holiday season extra special with Anthony's Produce. Stock up on seasoned firewood for cozy nights by the fire. Order custom fruit and vegetable trays perfect for your Thanksgiving table. And don't forget about our hand-dipped chocolate-covered strawberries and beautiful fruit bouquets. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. with pickup and delivery available. 701 Jungerman Road in St. Peters. Call 636-936-0496 or order online at anthonysproduce.com.
News Talk STL. News Talk STL.
You know, I was wondering, if you could keep on, because the force has got a lot of power.
Woosh. Woosh.
It makes me feel like that.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. The Vic Porcelli Show.
Over here, dear.
On Newstalk STL.
Tonight, I'm pleased to announce that we're taking our military cooperation to even greater heights by formally designating Saudi Arabia as a major non-NATO ally, which is something that is very important to them. And I'm just telling you now for the first time because I wanted to keep a little secret for tonight. I just heard him say, oh, that's nice. That's another point you won today. And signing a historic strategic defense agreement, which we just signed a little while ago. So congratulations. It's out there.
I love when he just sneaks that stuff in.
Yeah.
A non-NATO ally. Some of the actual NATO members don't treat us very good, right? So why not have a non-NATO ally?
Right. And I mean, this is this was what did Today Show say? The controversial visit from the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia.
Why was it controversial? Because of Khashoggi?
Yeah, because of Khashoggi. And there, all I can say, Vic, is he's not in jail.
Yeah.
So neither is Trump.
You know what I loved? He shook his hand and made fun of the fist bump.
Did he?
Joe Biden fist bump.
Did he really?
Oh, yeah. We don't fist bump. We shake hands. Yeah, give me that big hand. Shake my hand.
A fist bump.
That was so stupid.
Oh, that was so cringe, actually.
He did it because of COVID.
Yes.
Which just shows you how stupid.
He's standing next to him.
Right. Breathing on him.
Right.
But this fist bump will protect me.
Yeah, that's good, yeah.
All right, let's hear another one. Kenny, number 2, Crown Prince Mohammed. New avenues of cooperation between the United States and Saudi Arabia.
This opening up of the new avenues of cooperation between the United States and Saudi Arabia is really unprecedented. And on that trip, Saudi Arabia announced that it will invest an incredible $600 billion. That means jobs. It's also good for your companies, but I'm only interested in the jobs for your country. I'm not interested in the profits, but I guess the profits are there too. But $600 billion in the United States. And today I said, any way you can up that? And he said, I am going to up that to $1 trillion. So he's investing $1 trillion into the United States.
You know what, Ken? President Trump doesn't have to say with a B because he says billion just fine.
Right.
So there's no need for him to say with a B, billion with a B. My God, do I hate that.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking about last night, Ken? Yesterday we had a conversation on hating people.
Yeah.
And you said you don't hate anybody.
Right.
And I said, you're a better man than I because I hate people. I really do. And there are
And I don't judge you for that, believe me.
Why would you?
I wouldn't. I just said I would not judge you for that.
Well, thank you. So there are things that people I hate. There are things that I hate. There are phrases that I, my God, hate. And billion with a B is one of them. Full stop is another one.
Right.
I just can't stand them. There's no reason for you to say them. What full stop? So you can't go on because I said full stop.
Right. I think Democrats use that. The left liberals use that more than anybody. Full stop. They've done it actually to me on social media, and I just reply with laugh faces because it's like, no, you're not going to full stop me.
So
what do you mean
funny.
full stop?
You're right.
What their idea of that is when they say to you, if you're having a conversation with some liberal, and just know this, and they make a statement or they make it some type of conversation piece, and then they say, and that's full stop. That means to you that you should shut up because they're right. You're wrong. You don't have anything to come back with, and just let's move on because I'm right.
And it really is, in a way, a talking point, right?
Yeah.
Just say full stop, and then they'll say, "Oh, I guess we're stopping now." You know.
Well, what about the part you have? They use this a lot. Everybody, both sides use it a lot on talk shows, especially. They'll say, "Look, that one word, it makes you go, okay, I'm looking. Here I am." Their point is so important that it's, look, here's what the problem is.
Look,
okay.
you idiot.
Look. Yeah. To me, I mean, I've never used that. Maybe I would sometime if I was angry. But that's almost like a crutch for some people. I've watched them do it. I was watching Jesse Waters on a YouTube video, and he had a guest. I can't remember the guest, but the guest kept saying, "Look," and I almost thought Jesse was like saying, "Okay, you said it already. I'm looking. Here we are."
So I admit I say that sometimes, but I say, "All right, look."
It's not the same.
Okay, thanks. I knew I'd get dispensation from Ken Williams.
It's really not.
All right, let's hear some more Trump.
Yeah.
This clip we're going to hear is about something we've all been waiting for, something that we had to pass it to see what's in it. Wasn't that?
That's what it was, yeah.
The ACA, Obamacare, go.
The insurance companies are making a fortune. Their stock is up over 1,000% over a short period of time. They are taking in hundreds of billions of dollars, and they're not really putting it back, certainly not like they should. So when I see this, and when I've seen this over the last pretty short period of time, I said, why do we just pay this money directly to the people of our country and let them buy their own health insurance?
Shut up.
I mean,
was Nancy there?
Yeah. Yeah, she's the one who said, well, you have to pass Obamacare before you can see what's in it.
Right. So, can we talk about insurance companies for a couple of minutes?
Sure.
I'm all for capitalism. You know that.
Yeah.
But is there such a thing as honest capitalism as opposed to dishonest capitalism? I didn't say legal or illegal. I'm just saying honest or dishonest. Because what's the real reason why you get insurance? Let's say car insurance. Why do you get car insurance?
Well, so you don't have to pay a massive amount of money if your car gets wrecked.
But what's the real thing in your head? You hope you never get into an accident.
Of course.
You hope you never have to use it.
Right.
Well, how stupid is that? You're paying for something that you hope you never have to use.
Right. It's a security blanket.
Pretty expensive security blanket.
Yes, it is.
Especially when you get into an accident and then, oh, well, your copay and your deductible and this and that. And what am I paying you for?
Well, my biggest problem is I keep telling my wife, I'm like, look, I've had 3 cracked windows since we've had this insurance. And every time I hear, well, the deductible's so high that you might as well pay out of pocket. You're going to have to anyway, because it doesn't reach our deductible. Okay, then let's either pay a little extra, lower the deductible. I get it. Or something has to change because it's just stupidity. I get a broken window and I pay $500. Well, deductible's $1,000.
Well, that's ridiculous. Okay. And that's what I'm saying. If insurance companies really want to be insurance companies, and by the way, you just heard the president say how much money they make, then if somebody breaks your window, then they pay for it. That's why you got insurance.
Right.
Well, you might as well pay it out of pocket because you're deductible. Bullshit stuff. You know?
Oh, I know. I totally get it. And another factor of what's going on with this insurance company thing are the commercials. They're spending like between 10 and $15 billion a year on these commercials, Vic. Mm-hmm. And we've made fun of them with the Jardians thing and everything, with that Jardians thing you came up with. It's pretty funny. But it's true. I mean, we see these commercials constantly. It's something like 9 hours. You're going to see this year 9 hours of that.
All right. So I just want to.
But my point is they take the 10 billion, 15 billion, whatever it is, and use that to stop with the commercials and lower the prices of these damn products.
Well, so you're talking about drugs.
Yeah.
Which, when I was young, there were no prescription drug commercials on television. You didn't ask your doctor if Jardians was right for you. You went to the doctor and he told you what was what and what you were going to take. Right. And that was that.
Yes.
But for insurance, because when you mentioned commercials, I thought you were going to go that way. I think that, first of all, Geico had a lock on great, funny car insurance commercials, right? For a long, long time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There's so many different ways. It's so easy a caveman can use it. And the caveman got offended by that.
I loved it. And I don't like those like progressive ads.
Well, we'll get there.
Okay.
Well, actually, that was next, progressive. Because their commercial makes you laugh doesn't mean that their insurance is better than anybody else.
Exactly.
But boy, their commercials are funny.
They are.
And then now the new one, I think now in first place is, and I put up a while ago on Facebook, and I've been wanting to do this for so long, and I finally did it. I said, look, I just want to take a stab on something. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm totally going out on a limb here, okay? I'm really exposing myself because I really don't know. But I think, and again, just a guess, but I think that Liberty Insurance customizes your insurance so you only pay for what you need, right? Right. And people are like saying the funniest things. And guess what? Ed Stoit says, "Oh, it's all a gimmick." And I'm like, okay, ladies and gentlemen, Buzz Killington. He like completely killed the buzz of the fun that we were having. And then the funniest thing was, Ken, it went on and on. There were like 100 comments, and way down the bottom, this guy, I remember his name, Tony Randazzo. He goes, with all the time it took me to read this, I could have saved 15% by switching to Geico. It was a great comedy line.
And the progressive ads, I think you're getting tired of Flo a little bit because Jamie, I don't know if you're familiar with
Jamie.
I like Jamie. I think he's so funny, and they're doing the right thing. I guess they're getting their focus groups together and all that, but that's not promoting a certain drug. You know what I mean? There's a difference there. And getting back to what we were talking about saving money, if the pharmaceutical companies, if they can afford a $15 billion a year advertising campaign, my goodness, take that money out, put it into trying to save the American people some money. I know it's not the business-like thing to do, but we got to do something.
And it's a completely different ball game. I get it. I'm not trying to say apples and apples, but Budweiser is the most popular beer in the world, and they never stop advertising. I said apples and oranges. Okay, I get it. There's nothing they have to pay you. You just buy the beer and you drink it.
Right.
But with what you're saying, I think, without trying to sound too squishy and too, socialist, there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way to make it easier for people to get health insurance.
It has to be.
Than what we're doing now.
Has to be. Vic.
Because what we're doing now is socialism.
Yeah. I mean, when you take, it shocked me because someone said, it was a Democrat who said, can you believe what they're doing to the ACA? There's a family who's only making $88,000 a year, which, by the way, is a lot of money.
Sure.
And they used to only have to pay $8,000 a year for their health insurance through the ACA. Now, guess what, Vic? They're having to pay $24,000 if the ACA goes away. Guess who's underwriting that?
Right, we are, right?
$16,000 a year for that one family we are paying for. That's not a win. That's not good for this country.
Very well spoken, Ken Williams.
Thanks, Vic.
You got it. All right, coming up next, one of our favorite ladies in the whole wide. Oh wait, it's my favorite.
It is. This is Vic's favorite Michael Jackson song.
I love this one. James Puszkar from Francis Howell School Board coming in to talk about something she's mad at. So we're going to listen to Don't Stop to get enough of Michael Jackson. Oh my God. Listen to that. How do you not love that?
You got to love it.
That groove.
You got to love it.
Oh my God. All right, James
Woosh,
next.
Woosh.
On News Talk STL.
Stream the Vic Porcelli Show at NewstalkSTL. The Vic Porcelli Show.
Woosh, woosh.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's NewstalkSTL. If you have a phone, you have a radio.
Wherever I'm at, home, car, wherever.
Download the all-new NewstalkSTL app.
If you have a phone, you have a radio. Just a convenience on the phone. Streaming live on the mobile app.
Love the new app.
And listen anytime,
Everywhere.
anywhere.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm excited to bring you the best price ever on my exclusive Gaza Dream Bed sheets. If you're on the front line fighting Hamas, you need the best sleep possible on my exclusive Gaza Dream Bed sheets, made from the finest cotton in the world, grown only in a region between the Golan Heights, the Dead Sea, and the West Bank. My Gaza Dream Bed sheets will get you the great night's sleep you need to kill Hamas terrorists. Order now and get a pair of my pillow slippers to sneak up on those Hamas terrorists. Use the number on your screen and use the promo code SHALOM. Please order now.
License number E2014A.
Hey, it's good to see you.
Dad, that's what Grandpa Rip always said.
That's right. 50 years ago, Grandpa started Grasser. And whenever a customer called, he'd smile and say, "Hey, it's good to see you."
Hey, it's good to see you.
It was his way of treating people like neighbors, not numbers. That's why we still say it today.
Green is always Grasser at GrasserHomeservices.com.
Hey, it's good to see you.
Concerned about the condition of your windows driving up your energy bills? I was too. It's only called STL Windows and Doors. Their Provia windows combine old world craftsmanship the professional way, the Provia way, with over 65 years of combined experience, locally owned, offering competitive pricing and personalized service that the big box companies can't match. Call today for your free in-home estimate and start saving tomorrow. 314-277-5952 or stlwindowsanddoors.com.
Jeffco Patriot Radio.
Hey guys, Jefferson County Councilman Billy Crow here from Jeffco Patriot Radio. On behalf of Tim Jones and I just want to thank you for making Jeffco Patriot Radio the #1 listened to show on Sundays here on News Talk STL, where we dive into all the things happening in and around Jefferson County. Check Tim Jones and I out on Jeffco Patriot Radio this and every Sunday at high noon here on 1019, 94.1 News Talk STL.
Jeffco Patriot Radio.
Tom Shaw Realtors representing the sale and development of more than 150,000 acres. Selling, buying. Call Tom, 636-432-1922. Ask about hunting leases. ShawRealtors.com.
Fox News Commentary with Will Kane. Next.
I'm alpine skier Michaela Schifrin. I've won the most World Cup ski races in history. But what does success mean to me? Success means discipline. It's teamwork. It's the drive and passion inside of us. And it's why Stifel is one of the fastest growing global wealth management firms in the country. If you're looking for success, surround yourself with the people who will get you there. If you're an advisor or investor, choose Stifel, where success meets success.
Stifel Nicholas & Company Incorporated. Member SIPC and NYSE.
Past performance is no indication of future results. Investing involves risk. Consult a financial advisor before making any investment decisions.
Here's Will Kane.
Silence for years, disinterest, ignoring, and purposefully quashing stories about Jeffrey Epstein. Now the left and Democrats think it is the biggest story in America. We know that this was quashed by mainstream media because there's a famous video of Amy Robach at ABC talking about the years she spent investigating Jeffrey Epstein, only to be mysteriously shut down. I know it's one of the most taboo subjects in the diet of media consumption in America. And it all points to one, not answer, but one question. Why? Why were Democrats silent about this issue for 5 years? Less curious is why Democrats have been carrying the torch over the last year when it comes to Jeffrey Epstein. Because they believe that it incriminates their #1 guiding light. They believe that it will show something about President Donald Trump.
For more commentary like this, go to foxnewspodcast.com.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. The Vic Porcelli Show.
Live and be well.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
Ken Williams, everybody.
There he is, pressing the buttons.
You know it.
Still the button.
All right, so look who's here. Jane Puszkar and Lauren Greenwood from Francis Howell. I joke sometimes, Jane, and say, well, if Joan wanted to come on, there must be something she wants to talk about. Is there?
No, I just came by to cruise with you guys for on your 3-hour tour. That's all.
Right.
But let me get to the point.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
It's so good to have you.
So good to be
As
here. And I
always.
thank you again. Thank
Now,
you.
Lauren, you walked in and said, I got a cease and desist.
Yeah, I'm kind of down about that. Yeah, I'm all new to this, but as long as the truth is my defense, so I'll just keep speaking in truth and see where it takes us.
I'm about to lose my committee assignments.
Really?
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay.
What the hell?
Well,
because you're just speaking up?
Well, because they're making a change to a policy that says that you can't say get this disrespectful or belittling of anybody now,
or embarrassing. Like who defines?
Okay,
Yeah.
That's the first thing. That's my first go-to.
Yeah.
Who decides that?
Yeah.
Because you have what Jankowicz. What's her name? You know the first
Nina Jankowicz.
Nina Jankowicz. She's the one who was going to be the misdis and malinformation czar for the Biden administration. Yeah, she was the one who's going to decide. You know, what is misdis and malinformation?
And I'm more interested in the appeal process because obviously I'm going to get myself in trouble. So okay.
You just can't keep your mouth shut.
No, I can't.
You're
I
like
can't.
Ken and me both.
Yeah.
fall into that same
Well,
thing.
that's why we get along so well.
I, you know what? Sometimes I really just can't keep my mouth shut. I will be at a store or something.
Uh-oh.
And somebody will be there that either reminds me of somebody or looks like somebody or something. And they'll just, they don't want anything to do with me.
Oh, I thought you were making friends everywhere you go.
Nope. Nope.
I do.
And my wife says, you just can't keep your mouth shut, can you? And no, I can't.
I think you're in the right career.
Oh, thank you.
That would work in this career.
Let's rescind that cease and desist right now.
Yeah.
So now why did you get a cease and desist?
Because I've been speaking out about an English teacher at Howell. It's my daughter's teacher, and she's been recommending age inappropriate books. And I made the mistake of saying she teaches the 6th, 7th grade. So let me just clear that up. She's a 7th grade teacher.
Mm.
And
what does that have to do with the cease and desist?
She's being harassed. She's having emotional distress and loss of work due to emotional stress. Yeah.
So
I think she just missed a few days to go find a lawyer, actually.
She's lawyering up, Ken.
Yeah, I find that really interesting because of her decisions to back something that people don't like. It's your fault that she's being criticized.
The kids are no longer the victims.
And it depends upon who it offends.
Exactly right. I mean, if I stole something, it's my fault. I'm the one. But I don't accuse the cashier of causing me pain.
Or the store for putting it there and making you
right
enticed.
No, that's the same thing, isn't it, Vic?
You can't make this stuff up. You just cannot make this stuff. I'll tell you what else you can't make up. Did you know, we can go back to your cease and desist, but did you know that Francis House School District or any school board does not have to follow state statutes? Did you know that?
Why? I mean, why is the statute there?
Well, that I don't know. I guess because school boards govern themselves, you see. And that's what was in the letter that I got from Joe McCullough, St. Charles County prosecuting attorney, complaining about, we're breaking statutes here. We need some help. And he said, no, you don't. Besides that, those 2 books you mentioned, he said they got some awards. Really?
Those are the porn books.
Yes. And we got an update on that too.
I see now, this is exactly why Trump was going to take away funding from schools, because he already saw this. The only way he can control this DEI stuff and any of this gender identity is with the money. So I think that's great because he saw that they're making their own rules above the law.
So,
well, you brought up Trump, and I just want to say when we had the shutdown, President Trump was right about getting rid of the Department of Education, because in that 40 plus days, not a problem. Not one child went without food. Not one child went without education during that whole time.
Exactly.
So that just tells us that, you know what? The Department of Education federally has no bearing on these children.
Yes. I'm very thankful that the Missouri legislature is planning on stepping up and passing some more stuff that, makes it even tighter that we get this pornography out of the kids' hands and out of the teachers' hands. We did have 2 books removed. We complained about Bag of Bones, but one I didn't complain about was Identical. They took those out because what they did was they checked to see how often those books had been checked out, and they weren't checked out very often, fortunately. So they decided that they were obsolete books. They were bought, some years ago. So my hope and my prayer is, now that they have the list of 100 books that we consider to be inappropriate, they can go through those and hopefully find that most of those have not even been checked out. Wouldn't that be?
Tell them how long it took that list to get through and why.
Oh, yeah. The list of 100. I heard 3 different times from Lauren or somebody else that I sent the list to the school district. Call up the school district board secretary. Did it come through? No, haven't seen it. Didn't it come through? No, haven't seen it. What happened was there were inappropriate words in the list of the books that got caught in the trap.
Spam filter.
Well, the probably the dirty book filter. They got caught in what our software thing, I think it's called Barracuda or something like that. And so the email didn't go through. They had to go in and retrieve it.
I'm going to ask a question that Vic would normally ask, but the Huckleberry Finn book and all that.
It's in.
It's in?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we haven't, and I know where you're headed with that, because we have not taken out any of the good books.
Well, here's my thing. I'm kind of an absolutist when it comes to the First Amendment and all that.
Mm-hmm.
but you have situations where there are children involved.
Mhm.
Hey, remove the books from anywhere near them.
Mhm.
If you want to keep the books for whatever reason, I don't even think an 18-year-old should have some of these. But if you're going to keep them, put them somewhere where it needs strict authorization, whomever is going to read these books. That goes for, if they want, that goes for Huckleberry Finn and all that too. That's fine.
When you cannot read passages from the book on the radio, when the words get trapped in a filter, with computer
Normally,
filter,
yeah.
and when you can identify that words in that book are breaking state, local statutes, those books do not belong in the hands of kids, period, end of discussion.
Yeah.
Right.
My opinion.
The statute thing. Bill Eigel's going to be on with us tomorrow.
Good.
I think that's a good question for him on why. I'm not sure I heard you right. School districts don't have to follow the state statutes. Is that what you said?
That's the way it was lined out. It was not said specifically. He said school boards govern themselves, and the oversight for the school district is the school board. So you guys got to govern yourselves
and their own policies.
Let's ask Bill about that tomorrow.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem right to me.
It doesn't.
Why bother having a
You're not
state
an island
statute at all?
Right. It's interesting because I've heard from other attorneys that they dance around it because they're not real sure what our government entity as a school district really means. It's kind of something out there that has to change.
We have a policy called human sexuality. I can't remember the number of
6116.
Yeah, she's on it. It says you can't talk about sexuality, gender identity between the staff and the students. Yet there's books that are about gender identity and sex that are being recommended for reading assignments. How does that not violate the policy? They say it does not. So I keep fighting with the school board because they tell me the policy is not in violation.
That is walking a very, very thin line.
Can I read one example of a book I challenge?
Don't you cuss on this here radio.
I won't. See, we're scared. Symptoms of Being Human by Jeff Garvin. So it focuses on gender fluid teen navigating identity, mature language, exploration of gender fluidity and dysphoria, suicidal ideation, mental health struggles, attempted suicide. Emotionally, so this is a review. It's saying the themes are presented with emotional depth, may be distressing or triggering for young readers who are not developmentally ready to process such serious mental health issues. So I've cited it's obscene. It's got pervasively vulgar language. There's no educational suitability. So those are all the rules on why it should be taken out. So if it meets that criteria, it went through a committee and it was voted 7-1 to be retained without restriction. Citing, members repeatedly pointed out that the text is well written and provides relevant perspectives and insight that many students could benefit from. The only person that said no was just some other parent. The actual school principal, Dan Harmon at Hollenbeck Middle School, said yes to retain it out of the other 6 people.
You know how you solve this problem?
Please tell me how.
You find somebody like him or a librarian or anybody who thinks that this material is suitable for middle schoolers, and you say, hey, by the way, I'm going to go watch a porn movie tonight. Can I bring your daughter with me? Can
the class come along?
Yeah, can
right. Would he read this book to his kids?
Class trip?
Right.
Would he take them to a porn movie? Same thing. One's in print,
think so.
One's in film.
My biggest problem is with this stuff. It's so left and woke leaning that they say they're giving kids a choice, but they're really not. Okay, I've got personal experience in this. I have a family member, and I've actually talked to them since then about me talking about this on the air. I'm not going to say names, but the girl was confused. 16-year-old, never been with a boy, just kind of had that, attraction thing going on. You know how kids are, but she felt certain ways about the girl too. She didn't know. Okay. And she told her father, I don't know. I might be bi or I might be gay. And he said, whatever. I love you. You're going to have to figure it out though someday.
Yeah.
But she wasn't coached. Oh, you must be
Affirm
this.
it.
You must
right
be
here.
that. You must get your breast chopped off.
Yeah.
Okay. So he let it go. A year later, she's dating. Right now, she's engaged to a man. This is the thing. You've got to let this process work itself out. These kids are so
Exactly.
confused today. And those books, they're confusing to children.
They're not helping.
I received a letter from a teacher saying that a 4-year-old during our vacation station came up to her and said, I think I'm gay. And if we pass the policy she's just talking about, then she would not be able to affirm him. And my response back was, you are exactly the reason that we have this policy in place.
Exactly.
4-year-olds
Vic, that's
do
it,
not
Vic.
understand sexuality. End of discussion.
Noah.
Okay, before we run out of time,
Noah.
um,
My daughter does that. Noah. I'm like,
No.
Noah who? Who's Noah?
it goes like that. No,
It's a girl thing.
That's what she does.
It's not just Noah.
Right.
It's Noah. God, I hate that so much.
Jane just did that to me. She called me out.
So
Noah.
listen, we only have like a minute left here. Okay.
Oh, no.
Lauren, your campaign, shall we call it? How's it going?
Yeah. I have a FHSD school watch list page where I've been posting everything. I do plan to run in April.
Okay.
So yeah, it's going well. We're gonna be just starting to form these plans of attack and how we go forward.
Last time we had John, Rick Pogue, our buddy Rick, mentioned something in the chat box or somewhere that said that he'd like to help you out. So we'll see if we can get that process.
I would love that.
Aren't you going to ask me?
Yeah. What about you?
No.
You're not running?
No.
No.
I'm walking.
I might be dragging her.
You're a smart aleck.
Are you at the Funny Bone this weekend? Two
Yeah.
shows Friday and
Are ya?
Saturday?
Yeah.
Is it Friday? It's Friday somewhere.
Do you have anything, Jane? You've been looking at that paper. Do you have
Just
anything?
making sure I got all my points across. And
you?
I believe that I did, except for the video that Lauren made and she put on the FHSD school board watch list, has had over 15,000 views.
Oh my
There
God,
you
that's a
go,
great
Lauren.
sign.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Plus,
So-
you got a cease and desist.
Right.
You got that behind you. Right?
Noah.
No.
Wow.
Jane, Lauren, thanks.
No, thank you
Email
very much.
board
Appreciate
at fhsdschools.org with your concerns.
Perfect. All right. We'll
Thanks,
talk to you again when
Lauren
things start
Greenwood.
getting hot and heavy.
Thank you.
Lauren Greenwood, Jane Puszkar.
it. We could stay.
There you go. Third hour.
Vic for Vets is next. I'm 1019 94.1 News Talk STL.
Dr. Draghi and his team at Esquire Sports Medicine get pros back on the field, so they can certainly help you. You need an MRI, X-ray, CAT scan, pre or post-surgery treatment, rehab. The chiropractic physicians at Esquire can help you or connect you to experts you need. And I know you're hurting right now. You don't want to wait. Esquire sees new patients often within 24 hours. EsquireSportsMedicine.com.
Hey, Colombo here for Intervine, a great local company that has customers all across the country due to the quality of their products. Intervine has the best flashlights, lanterns, headlamps, and even batteries, including the new Monster 2000 Lumen waterproof lantern and the Sentinel 2000 self-defense flashlight. Our home and vehicles are full of great Intervine products, and right now you can shop their website and get 25% off your entire purchase just by using my name, Tony, as your promo code. That's promo code Tony at Intervine.com.
Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-515-2380. 800-515-2380. 800-515-2380. That's 800-515-2380.
KLGY HD3 Clayton, K270BW Belfast, KNBS Bowling Green. This is News Talk STL at 1019 94.1 and always streaming at newstalkstl.com.
Breaking news at Town Hall. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. All that's needed now is President Trump's signature. Congress voting to release all government files on the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
Acting with lightning speed on Tuesday, the House and Senate approved a bill requiring the Justice Department to publicly release the files. The congressional action happened on a single day after months of delay and attempts by President Trump not to release the documents. Since taking office, he had denounced the Epstein matter as a hoax pushed by Democrats, before saying last weekend that Republicans should approve the bill. Greg Clugston, the White House.
Another country is joining a group of nations considered America's closest allies outside of the NATO alliance.
We're taking our military cooperation to even greater heights by formally designating Saudi Arabia as a major non-NATO ally, which is something that is very important to them.
And something very important to Americans, President Trump says, as the Saudis have committed to spend $1 trillion on the U.S. economy.
This opening up of the new avenues of cooperation between the United States and Saudi Arabia is really unprecedented.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott has signed a proclamation declaring the Council for American Islamic Relations a foreign terrorist organization.
Abbott says the proclamation allows Texas to try to shut the group down. He also declared CAIR and the Muslim Brotherhood transnational criminal organizations and says they won't be allowed to buy land in Texas. Neither group is designated as a foreign terror organization by the federal government. CAIR tells Abbott in a letter that his announcement has no basis in law or fact and accuses Abbott of stoking anti-Muslim hysteria. I'm Donna Warder.
A struggle on Wall Street for the Dow. It's down by 33 points, but the NASDAQ doing well, up by 134. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-762-6565. That's 800-762-6565.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/Mike.
This hour of News Talk STL is brought to you by Stifel, serving investors for over 130 years. Contact your Stifel financial advisor at stifel.com. That's STIFEL.com.
Hey, it's Vic Porcelli, and my favorite sandwich from Capriati's is the Wagyu beef French dip. So good. It's the au jus that makes it. And the Wagyu beef is pretty good, too. I love Capriati's, and you will, too.
On Manchester at McKnight in Rock Hill.
Tim Jones here. I am beyond thankful this Thanksgiving season for God, family, friends, country, and all of you in News Talk STL Nation.
Hi, it's Ken Williams, and for this Thanksgiving season, I'm most thankful for good health for everyone, my family, my friends, and you.
News Talk STL, celebrating family and friends this season of Thanksgiving. Brought to you by Best Buy Flooring, D. Gregorio's Food Products, and Golden Chicken.
Connor Roofing. You can count on Connor. Connor Roofing is now a 2-time winner of the National Best of the Best Award for customer satisfaction for roofing, storm damage restoration, siding, gutters, both residential and commercial. Please visit ConnorRoofing.com for an estimate. And remember, you can count on Connor.
Hey, it's Susie Moore. If new flooring makes you think hassle, think again, because Michael's Flooring is changing the game. For over 30 years, Michael's has been locally owned and trusted for quality, variety, and amazing service. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, laminate, luxury vinyl, or ceramic tile, their expert team makes installing new floors exciting, not stressful. That's why customers keep coming back. Visit Michael's Flooring at St. Peter's, Starting Prairie, Creve Coeur, or online at igotfloored.com. That's igotfloored.com.
This hour, the Vic Porcelli Show, brought to you by the Trolley Stop Bakery, the official bakery of the Vic Porcelli Show. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show.
A 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough.
We squeeze in a dry hump day under partly sunny skies.
From New Jersey to Baldwin, Missouri, 2 behind the microphone, taking the whoosh to the radical left and the putrid swamp. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show. Here he is, Vic Porcelli.
And here we go. Hour number 3 of our 3-hour tour. Okay. Before we talk to our honored St. Louis County Councilman, Ken, it's time for Vic for Vets. Today's vet is submitted by @NativeAmerican_ on X.
Yeah.
That's the whole handle, right?
Well, actually, it's just underscore. That on X I added.
Oh. Well, that makes sense, Ken, because it seems weird just to have the underscore as the end of it.
I know, but he does.
Doesn't matter. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
so stupid, wasting time. So we're going to honor code talker Thomas E. Begay.
Mm-hmm.
He was born on November 26th, 1926, in a traditional Navajo hogan in a remote area south of Gallup, New Mexico, near Chicxulub. How am I doing?
Pretty good.
And is one of the 2 last surviving code talkers from World War II. So just think about that for a minute, okay? He's one of the last 2 surviving code talkers from World War II, which were pivotal, actually.
Yeah.
In our strategy in any war.
Confused the Japanese.
Exactly
completely,
right.
yeah.
Inspired by the attack on Pearl Harbor, Begay enlisted in the United States Marine Corps at the age of 16. Wow, he had a lie there. In September 1943, though his age was considered flexible at the time. Military service initially aspiring to become an aerial gunner, Begay was instead selected for the Navajo Code Talkers program due to his fluency in Navajo. He completed specialized training and was assigned to the 5th Marine Division Signal Company, specifically the 27th Marine Regiment. All right, can I just stop right here? This guy's a Navajo Indian, born on a reservation, and when Pearl Harbor happened, he joined the Marines.
Yeah.
I mean, he's more patriotic than some people that were born here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he was born here.
Yeah, indigenous.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I know.
As one of the approximately 400 Navajo code talkers, he helped develop and use an unbreakable code based on the Navajo language. It's called Diane, to transmit secure messages during World War II. Wow. He developed the entire code. This guy's so smart.
Yeah, and from other things that I've read, the man didn't want to. He wanted to become a airplane bomber.
I said that. And
but the sergeant said, "Nope, you're going to be this."
Right. He served in the Pacific Theater, notably during the Battle of Iwo Jima. How about that? In 1945, where he was sent as a replacement for a code talker killed in action. Wow. On the first day of battle, 2 code talkers were killed and 3 wounded. Begay transmitted hundreds of error-free messages, contributing to the Allies' success by confounding Japanese code breakers. He was honorably discharged from the Marines in July of 1946. In 1947, Begay re-enlisted in the U.S. Army as a communications specialist and paratrooper with the 7th Infantry Division. He saw intense combat during the Korean War, including surviving the brutal attack on Chosin Reservoir in late 1950. He left the military in 1953. This is long. Can I keep going on?
Yeah.
Okay. Post-war life and career after his military service, he worked for the Bureau of Indian Affairs, the BIA, for 40 years on the Navajo Nation Reservation. He began as an employment assistance officer, helping Navajos access jobs, education, and advanced to agency superintendent of the Chinle Agency, overseeing tribal trust programs. Motivated by his own experiences, he encouraged others, stating, "If I can be a code talker, any Navajo can go out and be anything."
I love
he was
that.
an inspiration to other people.
Yeah.
Begay has remained active in the Navajo Code Talkers Association, traveling to speak publicly, and has written and performed songs in Navajo about World War II. This guy's 99 years old, by the way.
Right.
He resides in Window Rock, Arizona, and is described as a community leader and a family man. Honors and legacy. Begay's military honors include the Presidential Unit Citation with 3 Bronze Stars, the Meritorious Unit Citation, and the Korean Service Medal with 5 Bronze Stars. In 2001, he was awarded the Congressional Silver Medal for his service as a Navajo Code Talker. In 2023, He served as a World War II veteran Grand Marshal in the Phoenix Day Parade, Veterans Day Parade. As of November 2025, at age 98, turning 99, Begay is one of the only two surviving Navajo code talkers alongside Peter McDonald. Man, this is amazing. His contributions symbolize indigenous valor, resilience, and the pivotal role of Navajo code talkers in U.S. military history.
And out of over 700 code talkers, he's only one of two left.
Unbelievable. Vic for Vets, we couldn't do it without the great support from Alamo Military Collectibles and Monocle's Pizza. I mean, wow. I mean, this guy's 99 years old. 1926 is a very special year for me because my dad was born in 1926.
Okay.
I mean, he died at 76, so it kind of sucks. But he was born, think about this, Ken. He was born 1 year before Babe Ruth hit 60 home runs.
Okay. That's how I knew that's how you would figure it out.
Any more, well-known thing than Babe Ruth? So he was only a baby when Babe Ruth played.
Yeah.
And he went to the European theater, and he, helped with the whole invasion on Omaha Beach. And in 1945, the war was over. In 1948, Babe Ruth died. 10 years before I was born.
Yeah.
Think about that.
All that happened.
Babe Ruth died only 10 years after I was born.
Before
I was born. Because when I was young, I was like, oh my God, that's ancient history.
Right.
Yeah. I used to watch video, whatever they put on TV of Babe Ruth hitting home runs and running around the ballpark. When I was little, I thought life was in black and white back then.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Totally makes
sense. When you're
sense.
a stupid idiot Italian kid from New Jersey?
No, I thought the same thing.
I also thought when I was watching a baseball game, the Yankees on the West Coast, that I would wake up and the game would still be on. I don't know. I thought that. So stupid. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All rise.
From the county of St. Louis.
Crime issues, economic development.
This is Mark Harder.
Good morning, Mark Harder.
Good morning, Vic and Ken.
How you doing, man?
Good, and you?
Good. Before we get into, I want to get into the shelter, the dog shelter. But before we get there, we just had Jane Puszkar and Lauren Greenwood in about some problems up in Francis Howell District in St. Charles County.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know of any problems like that? Anybody come to you and say they got porn in the libraries?
No, no one's come to me about that. No. But we had those issues back during COVID. We had a lot of people that were going to Rockwood and Parkway school district meetings and talking about what was being pushed in the schools. And some of that was changed. I don't know if all of it was changed, but a lot of it was just bringing the awareness to what was going on in these libraries and what the teachers were advocating for. And, Rockwood was the poster child during COVID, if you remember, of, when they sent the kids home with their computers and they said, don't tell your parents what we're teaching here or whatever it was, that went nationwide. And that was in the Rockwood School District. So.
And you know what parents really want? Most parents agree with what we just talked about. Okay. Most, and I will say unequivocally that most of the people agree with that. The problem is they go to work every day, they come home, they just want to live their lives, they want to check on their kids, but they want to trust. They want to be able to trust these teachers, and they're not going to try and indoctrinate them that way.
Right.
But they can't. They have to be active. Parents have to check these days.
That's
it's
right.
just the way it is. I know it sucks. I enjoyed it actually, but I know some parents just don't get into it. But
it's in the manual for being a parent. You got to check on your kids.
You do.
And so you got to do it daily.
But it's not as easy when they go to school for 8 hours as opposed to during COVID when you could just look over their shoulder.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying thank God for COVID. I wouldn't say something.
No, but that was
like
a good thing that COVID made us aware.
Well, every parent has the right to sit in their kid's classroom. So all they have to do is call the principal and say, I'm coming on Wednesday and I'm going to follow my kid around. They should have the perfect right to do it. Now, some schools probably will limit that and say, no, you can only, be for 10 minutes, you're a distraction or whatever excuse they do. But I know when my kids were growing up, if I ever wanted to go, I was going to be there. and I'd have that small little desk in the back of the room.
So is that a statewide thing, county thing? What is that?
No, you should be able to do that statewide. Now, again, some schools will, make it difficult, or no, you can't come on Wednesday, maybe come on Thursday, after recess or whatever the issue is. But if you're got a problem, you think there's a problem in your school, you should have the right to go in that and sit in that classroom and listen to that teacher.
The only thing that bothers me about that is you should be able to surprise show up, not, hey, I'll be here next Wednesday, so be sure you clean up everything. So, you know what I mean?
What do you guys think about having video cameras in classrooms?
Oh my God.
Oh, I think it'd be great.
Yes. Are there any?
Not that I know of. Now, some school districts will have them on buses. You can, for security measures, there are cameras on buses, so you can watch, what goes on if there's fights or safety issues or whatever. But it'd be great if there was a camera at the front of the classroom, both for the parents to see what's going on, as well as, administration and everything else. I think we'd see a lot more disciplined classroom.
And I understand if they had a problem with kids' faces being shown, but they have technology today where the kids, anytime they would turn their heads, it would pixelate them out. And they have that technology.
But that may be a detriment if you're trying to identify a kid who's being a bully, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I get it with what you're saying, but there should also be a way to turn that off in playback mode.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So what would be the cost, I wonder, Ken, of
these
video
days?
Closed circuit TV. I mean, it's
no, these days it's a lot less expensive, man.
Sure.
For $24.99. $24.
There you go.
I'm not kidding, because I looked.
Yeah.
You can get a small camera, and I want it for outdoor, but this is for indoor. $24.99.
Right.
You
Look,
wire it up, you're good.
Yeah, look at the cameras we have on Ring cameras, around houses and buildings,
They're cheap.
with HD type of cameras.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think that's a great idea, Ken. Put cameras in every classroom.
Yeah, write that down.
I'm writing it down. You write it down.
Yeah,
You're the county
Mr.
councilman.
St. Louis County Council.
I'm not on the school board.
All right. Anything
And
else?
don't ask me to be.
Anything else before this conversation goes to the dogs?
Oh,
Everybody see what I did there?
Oh yeah.
Wow, the transition. It was breathtaking.
What is? Hey, I don't need that from you. Okay, I get that from him.
From Thunder
Mark and
Stealer.
I don't
From
need that
Thunder
from you
Stealer.
too. So where is this process with because last week we talked about a health department person again that doesn't know what she was doing. What is going on with this dog shelter? People care about dogs. Do people understand that people?
It's actually been very quiet at the dog shelter, which is good. But I will say, like last night, we had Larry Rice and a number of
Larry Rice.
Larry Rice comes
He's in
to
the
our
dog
meetings.
business now?
Well, he's taking the issue of dogs and saying, hey, if you're going to invest $3 million in a dog shelter, which we're not, but if he says you're going to do it, you should put it into people shelter instead of a dog shelter. So that's his argument. So he's coming before our meetings to talk about that and to talk about that we should invest the money. We don't have the money to invest in dogs or people, unfortunately, because we're broke. But we do have a bill that's been sitting on our agenda for months for some repairs at the dog shelter, and we're not going to. I'm trying to persuade my colleague to just take it off the agenda because we can't even move on it or even consider it, in my opinion.
So Larry,
for all different reasons.
Larry Rice has always been known to try and get housing for men, and primarily men, in the city. What, did he just give up on the city because they won't help him?
They probably kicked him out. But he's coming to the county because we handle our homeless population differently in the county. We have a department of human services that when people need help, they call a number, and that number fixes them up with a social worker who then tries to find them temporary housing or immediate housing or long-term housing, things like that. And we don't have a shelter that you can just walk in and set your stuff down and go to sleep. And so that's what Larry Rice wants. He wants us to have a shelter that people can come off the street and, sleep for a night. Now, we do have other agencies. We have a network of nonprofits that will put people up in shelter, emergency shelter, through the a group called Loaves and Fishes, and another group called the Salvation Army. They have warming and cooling shelters in the region that we use for that purpose. But our focus is to get that person off the street and into a program that gets them and keeps them off the street, not just warehousing them for a night.
That's a better idea.
It is. And we can get government money for that. We can manage that better, and we can show better results instead of just being a place where people sleep for the night.
So the one phrase that jumped out at me and everything you just said is we're broke.
We're always broke.
Well, what the hell, man? Start cutting.
You're not paying
jobs.
enough taxes.
Start out.
Get out of here.
Yeah, so we're broke, and we've been talking about that, and we talked about it last night at the meeting. We had covered a number of different topics last night. We talked about Larry Rice was there and his folks talking about a shelter. We also approved our staff to go forward with the negotiations on the new administration building to move everything over to Northwest Plaza. So we passed that through last night to start negotiations on that property.
Administration building?
Right.
What's going to happen there? Not your meetings.
No, our administration, the building that we're in right now in Clayton, we have to get out by the end of 27.
And go where?
Well, we're going to go to right now. If the negotiations work in our favor, we're going to be going to the crossings in Northwest Plaza, which is not too far from here.
Huh.
So that's where we already have offices up there. And we're going to take over another probably close to 150,000 square feet of space up there. So, so we'll move everybody out of our building up there. Our building will become empty, except for maintenance people. And because
who owns that building?
We own. The county owns the building.
Sell it.
Well, we can't. I mean, we can, but we have to put a lot of money into it to even sell it.
There's no way to make money. There's no way for the county council to ever be in a surplus ever.
No, no, not anymore. I don't think. I mean, we're just got to get by.
We talked about Rams money and everything else for the last 4 years.
But we got Rams money, okay? But they'll only fill the hole 1 year. We're $60 million in the hole right now for our general fund and $20 million in our health fund.
I'm
so
sorry,
that's $80 million.
County workers, I'm sorry, but it's time to cut. It's time to trim.
Well, and we're going to be making our proposals here before the end of December. There will be some cuts, and we'll be trimming back and looking for new ways of doing business. And so everything's on the table. And so services are going to be smaller or less. We're going to probably look at other tax ways of bringing in revenue. So we have to consider that as well. So when we're in this position, it's just like your own business, your own home. You know, if you've been using your savings to live on because you either didn't make enough money in your job or you spent too much in your budget, something's got to give, you know, and you're going to be out of savings and on the street if you don't do some major changes in your lifestyle. So that's what we're trying to do, is change your lifestyle. So that was a big issue last night, and it kind of got under the radar. The local media picked up on it. But that's where we are. We haven't signed anything. We just authorized the administration to go forward with negotiations, and then we'll see what those negotiations bring us for that property.
The other night, my wife and my daughter were talking about city flags and state flags and localities and everything. And my daughter asked me about the county flag, and I said, "Oh boy," because. And I showed her, I said, I won't say a word. I said, let me show you these two. So I showed her the original one, which I love. I think it's really good. Very, very descriptive of St. Louis County.
Right.
Then I showed her the new one. She said, who made that? I said, well, they paid $35,000 for that.
See, that kind of stuff has to go.
Yeah.
I mean, a flag. The flag was fine. Like he said, it looks great.
Right.
Why break something that's not broken?
Yeah. No, that was the whole page thing. And it was a whole rebranding thing. And no, we it was in his discretion to spend it. We didn't have much say over it as a council. Now we can cut his budget other places, and which we are going to do pretty strongly this time around. He's got too many people working, doing jobs that are make work jobs. So he's going to lose some of those folks come 26. The other issue that we handled last night, which was a bigger issue, was what we talked about last time, was the purchasing code. And last night we had over 10, 15 different companies that came and talked about how bad our purchasing code is and how we're going to drive businesses to St. Charles if we adopt this. So it came up for a vote, and Shalonda Webb brought it up, and she couldn't get a second. It was crickets. So she's going back to the drawing board on her bill because we couldn't even move it forward without a second.
Well, that's
And
good
so,
then,
yeah,
right?
it was
Yeah.
amazing. I was not expecting that, and it was pretty interesting to see. So,
All right, we got to go, Mark. Sorry.
big show coming up on Sunday at 5:00. On Sunday, we have representatives from St. Louis County Police detectives will be here. We'll be talking about crime fighting. We'll be talking to Jim Brennan with the McKelvey Homes, and we'll also be talking to representatives of Progress 64 West. It's an economic development group, and we've got our big luncheon coming up next week. So we'll be talking about that on Saturday at 5:00.
All right,
Sunday
Mark,
at 5 o'clock.
I mean Sunday at 5:00.
Mark Carter. St. Louis County
Sunday.
Council. Shut up, both of you. We got to go. We're so late.
I know, Vic, it's your fault.
Chat box is next.
Follow us on Rumble at NewstalkSTL. The Vic Porcelli Show.
So thank you all. God bless you all. Let's go lick the world. Let's get it done.
On NewstalkSTL. This is 1019 and 94.1.
I have to tell you, if this is how they're going to behave, I'm rethinking my position.
NewstalkSTL.
Parents want more choices rather than fewer when it comes to their children's education. And now some Missouri parents will have one more option to get their children the best education available. Low-income students and those with disabilities in Missouri's largest communities can now apply for an Empowerment Scholarship Account, or ESA. With an ESA, the money the state would normally pay to your child's public school goes into an account that you control. You can use the funds for private school tuition, online learning programs, a private tutor, or other approved uses. You can tailor your child's education. For too long, Missouri officials have operated on the mistaken notion that parents only need one choice. They're assigned public school based on their address. ESAs put parents in charge. It's school choice at its best, with money following the students to the place that best fits their needs. Learn more at showmeinstitute.org. This Show Me Minute has been brought to you by Show Me Institute and Show Me Opportunity.
Tim Jones and Chris Arps in the afternoon.
Brian Pichelle. He is the executive director of Dogs for Our Brave.
I've been very blessed to have incredible support in my life as I battled through my journey of coming back from Iraq and dealing with, PTSD and everything I saw and witnessed as a medic. Not all veterans have that type of support. And ultimately, that's why I say we are a gift of love. We are a gift. We want to be that beacon of hope.
Tim Jones and Chris Arps, weekdays at 4 on News Talk STL.
Hey, folks, Jamie Allman here for Newsteader's Fine Jewelry right there at Doherty Ferry and Big Bend. WowDiamonds.com. It's Wow Diamonds for a reason. These are beautiful lab-grown diamonds. They are gorgeous. They will blind you when you walk in and see them, but that's a good thing. Great engagement sets, wedding sets, all these beautiful God-created gems, sapphires, rubies, you name it, garnets, and also all the gold you need, and the famous bull of a watch, WowDiamonds.com.
Free speech is alive and well in America right here.
It's about time somebody stood up for true American values.
What this country needs is some backbone.
Finally, a president who wants to make real change.
1019 and 94.1 News Talk STL. Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019.
Woosh, whoosh.
The Vic Porcelli Show. Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
All right, we're coming up in just a little bit. Diane Wood from the official bakery of the Vic Porcelli Show, Trolley Stop Bakery, her valiant effort to get cookies to the president. That didn't work.
That didn't work.
So we'll think of something else. That's all. All right, let's go. We got to get to the chat box because we're late. We'll read Leanne's post from earlier, comment from earlier. Clay Higgins said he didn't like the way the legislation was written because it could harm innocent people, and if the Senate amended the bill so it protects them, he would vote for it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Makes total sense if that's true.
If it's true, yeah.
Why would it not be true?
Why not?
Well, I guess because 220 people voted the other way.
Yeah.
I don't know. Good morning, the kids. Mamie, thank you. Whoosh, whoosh. Good morning, freedom fighting the kids. Always thought the Epstein thing was a CIA deal. Wow. Good morning, fam bam. Happy Whoosh Whoosh Wednesday. Good morning. Give me a double whoosh for our listeners.
Woosh.
Chat
I just
box.
I think the Epstein thing, there's so much more to it than we even think.
In everything, Ken, not
In
just
everything.
this.
Yeah, no, everything. Yeah.
There's so much stuff going on that we don't know. Some is good that we don't know.
Right.
And some is bad that we don't know.
Yeah.
Over to Rumble, another trip around the Sunday for me, Barry Big, celebrating the birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, Barry.
And they let him in first.
Hey, Barry, this is for you.
Happy birthday! Yay! And he was in first. So,
Wow.
Have you ever seen the movie All Dogs Go to Heaven?
Yeah.
When they let the Grand Chahi win because it's his birthday?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Chahi! Happy birthday!
Because he's a mensch.
So Barry is our Grand Chahi today. I'm Mike Tyson, and I'm second.
Oh, I love that. That's like
morning.
Left or Holt.
Good morning.
For me.
Not as bad.
Not as bad, no.
Mike Tyson was pretty bad.
Pretty
with that.
bad, yeah.
Good morning, all freedom fighting patriot Vic heads. It's Double Woosh Wednesday. Woosh, woosh, my brothers
Woosh.
and sisters.
Woosh.
Happy birthday, everybody saying happy birthday. Do you have a cold? Me? Do I sound like I have a cold?
No.
What's your problem, 101?
What's your problem?
You know, you're a troublemaker. He's a trouble starter, 101.
What?
101
Oh,
straight
little
up.
Troublemaker? All right.
He's caused problems before. So we're going to have surveillance on you.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
Did somebody primary Ed Stoit? No, he's still the president
of
the International Brotherhood of Chat Boxers, Local 1019 and 94.1.
Here's an idea. Why don't you give me half the money you were going to bet? Then we'll go out back. I'll kick you in the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
When did you put that in? I love that. I said blackjack. Ed Stoit is fourth again. It's a crapshoot based on when Ken turns on Rumble. Oh.
Yeah, I tried.
Getting on the Ken.
They really are.
I pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America. No fair elections.
No peace.
No fair tariff.
No peace.
President getting $1 trillion with a T from the Saudis. Donald John Grover Cleveland Trump.
That's good.
He said that because I hate that.
Right.
He didn't say it to make me mad. I think he's on my side. I think Ed's always on my
I think
side.
you're just yanking your chain a little bit.
Greg Gutfeld is going to be in St. Charles at the Family Arena next October. Let's try to get him in.
That'd be amazing.
That's what all in man says. Poker is all about what you are willing to lose. That's a good point. Also, a good point. Good poker players have no regard for money. Zero regard for money.
That's the way to play because I play with scared money and
That's the opposite.
and I always lose.
Right. So
I don't play.
that's that too, I
Bottom
guess.
line.
I was going to say get out there and play with abandon. But yeah, not playing works. Good time. Good morning, all you beautiful, mega, ultra patriotic, deplorable, garbage, and degenerate freedom fighter, God for you, big head weirdos. Whoosh, whoosh.
Good morning, St. Boss.
Happy
Whoosh,
birthday,
whoosh.
Barely Bigs. Everybody's saying it. Everybody's saying happy birthday to Barry.
Everybody.
Best rockin' conservative talk radio. Thank you, Allison. That's
Thanks, Allison.
sweet. Raskin, what a tool.
Oh.
And idiot rhinos voted with him. Boo on Raskin. Nobody likes Raskin.
You know, I realize that to be a politician, especially a Democrat, all you got to do is lie.
Yeah.
You don't have to be intelligent at all.
And what's the other the other thing? Say anything you want about Trump. Fine.
Oh, you're good.
Everybody-
You are in.
Everybody be behind
You'll
you.
be promoted, in fact.
That has not worked out for them.
Not too well.
They should not be allowed to phone in a hearing. Maybe a laptop. Your aides are there for what? Again, what? What is it?
That's
What?
that was
What?
my argument. You have 8. You have like 15 people behind you. You don't need your phone, like you said. Put the phone down. Do your job, and if you have a question about something online, ask one of your people who are behind you.
All right, I'll be the bad guy. All those people standing behind there, half of them can go.
Okay, but all you need is one person.
That's what I'm saying.
You need one person to say, "Hey, can you go check on something for me?"
And you go get me some coffee.
Well, okay, too.
Right?
Right.
Hey, Vic, you could text Representative Burleson during a hearing and ask, where are the cookies?
Oh.
Could you imagine?
Let's do that.
Representative Burleson was texting with a constituent who wants to know where are the cookies. Now, what does that mean?
Wouldn't that be great if we could get, because I have his number. We could, oh my goodness. You know what? If we could somehow know that he's there and then get a video.
They do them live. C-SPAN does them live.
And then we'll time it. We'll do a real time side by side, angle of the time stamp, and then I'll post it to him.
And then you got
to watch him laugh.
Hey, you look really good in that dress. Watch the release of the documentary Friday on Prime, The Age of Disclosure. Bad idea. The whole That's all about the mirrors and no. How will that affect bats and other night birds?
Yeah, that's true.
How will it affect Sally Bones? That sun comes up and she's booping me in the face to get up and let her go.
Oh, correct. Yeah, I got too excited about the whole idea before I thought about it.
Well, we got to think of a Sally Bones. She makes the rules.
You have to.
That's it.
You have to.
At this point, what possible difference would it make? Oh, there's a Hillary slam right there.
Little Benghazi-age.
Left. Did you say Benghazi-age?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. My wife and I tried to figure out why we do that. You know, like, I don't know. I can't think of an example right now, but we'd say "idge" with everything. You know.
Yeah.
Get some coffee idge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So stupid. We're so stupid. Two stupid people living in the house. Not that stupid. Leftists are only proactive when they're trying to force their leftist agenda on others. I just wait to see justice for the victims. Yes, we all do. We all. That's exactly what this next one said. We all do. I'd like to see a way to end it forever. The only sexual knowledge a second grade boy needs to know is that girls have cooties.
That's all we used to know.
That's it.
And then we figured it out on our own.
Girls have cooties.
Now, parents are the ones who teach you the birds and the bees. Right?
Yes, Ken.
Okay.
But my point is, girls have cooties until it's, look at her.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Isn't loaves and fishes only for women and children? Vicky, that one's a little over my biblical head. That's it, Ken. That's all I got. Right now, look at that. Look at that.
Oh,
right on time.
You're right on time.
Yeah. Okay. We're almost done.
Woosh.
Almost done. Coming up next, from the official
grand finale
bakery of the Vic Porcelli Show, the Trolley Stop Bakery, the great Diane Wood is next on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL. Welcome home.
Shut up.
Shut your
Shut
face.
your face.
There she is.
Stream the Vic Porcelli Show at News Talk STL. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show.
I honestly, every time I hear you, I feel a little bit dumber for what you say.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL. Tim Jones and Chris Arps in the afternoon.
Silicon Valley is trying to genetically engineer better babies. Sean Carney of 40 Days for Life will let us know if this is modern day eugenics at 5:20.
Tim Jones and Chris Arps. Weekdays at 4 on News Talk STL.
Jamie Allman here for O'Fallon Family Floors. Experience the passion. Oh, yeah. You can go in and see the best variety, the best pricing, the best quality, the best personalized service right there off of Highway K in O'Fallon, or you can have the store come to you. Oh, yeah. Brian and his team take great pride in running a fantastic flooring outlet, and you can get their 5-star ratings right there on Google. Just check it out. It's O'Fallon Family Floors, O'FallonFamilyFloors.com.
Looking for unbelievable deals? Stop by Overstock Outlet in Lake St. Louis or Warrenton. Open 7 days a week. Discover big savings on a huge variety of merchandise with no hassle. Just great prices. Visit us in Lake St. Louis on Highway N or in Warrenton on Boones Lake. Check out our Facebook page at Overstock Outlet Lake St. Louis. Or go online to overstockoutletstl.com. Unbeatable value, friendly service, and you never know what we'll have at Overstock Outlet.
Is your retirement income at risk if you or your spouse needs nursing home or in-home care? Hi, I'm Eric Robert, Director of Investments with the ClearPath Wealth Management Group at Stifel and host of On the Money, Saturday mornings at 9 on News Talk STL 101.9. The cost of long-term care is one of the biggest risks in retirement planning. For many retirees, a single nursing home stay can cause a significant reduction in assets that can permanently reduce your retirement income. Fortunately, there are affordable and flexible options available today that can help you manage the cost of long-term care. Our team can help you address the risks relevant to your retirement, including long-term care. To schedule your free retirement plan consultation, go to clearpathinvesting.com. That's clearpathinvesting.com, or call us at 636-695-2650. That's clearpathinvesting.com or 636-695-2650. Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member SIPC and NYSE.
Woosh, woosh.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show.
Be cool, honey bunny. Be cool.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
Be cool, honey bunny. Be cool.
Totally cool.
One of our favorite people on the planet, Diane Wood, from the official bakery of the Vic Porcelli Show. We're still official bakery of Vic Porcelli Show, right?
You will forever.
Okay. Trolley stop.
Trolley stop
in Chesterfield. So, oh my God! Before we turned on the microphones, you were saying that you and your husband have a boat or had a boat in St. Thomas.
Yep.
Which is one of the Virgin Islands.
Exactly.
And what did the locals who live there all year round? What did they call Epstein Island?
They called it Pedophile Island.
Huh! I wonder why that is.
And any of the workers that went over there to work had to sign an agreement that they wouldn't discuss anything that they saw on the island.
What the hell? What the hell? So then Ken asked you, ask her what you
about
Bill.
About
Hillary. Bill and Hillary.
What about them?
Were they ever there?
I said, were they ever around this island or on the plane or anything? Have you ever? Do you know anything about that?
I do. Bill and Hillary were doing the dances. We were coming by on our boat. They were dancing on the. It was not Maho Bay. It was Morgan Bay. They were dancing. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, okay, you have this congressperson. Well, she's actually a delegate from Virgin Islands. She comes in, and she's the chief of the hearing, and she's actually real timing it with Jeffrey Epstein. He's a pedophile. He's a convicted pedophile at that time.
Exactly.
And
at that time, yes.
Yes.
Right.
But the Democrat Party knows she's a Democrat, right?
Right.
So they're like, oh, well, that's not, that's kind of you're just splitting hairs here. No.
Right.
He's a rapist pedophile.
Exactly.
That is texting her real time about a hearing.
Right. Exactly. She needs to be censured. She needs to be expelled. She needs discipline because, who does that? But he is such a powerful person that he probably had her in his pocket.
Yep.
I
wonder how that arrangement
I
happened.
can't imagine.
Well, he was giving her money for her campaign and for her actual her existence.
Yeah. Well, they're very poor down there, and it's really like almost a third world country. So I can see that happening.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
So one would think that there should be some sort of protocol, some sort of procedure where you can't text with somebody while she was questioning Michael Cohen. She's getting these texts.
Well, it's almost as if he is in the room.
Yeah.
With her.
And he's unelected.
And he's unelected.
And he's a scumbag. Let's remember.
Vic, I think they should have a rule that a pedophile shouldn't be able to text a congressperson.
Let me take that a little further. I think they should put their phones in a little basket on the way in.
I agree.
And they can't have them until on the way back.
Yeah. I agree.
But then you know what? They could do the, Twitter. You and I, I'm on the computer 99 out of 100 times, and you and I talk on the Twitter DM.
We do. Yeah.
So I don't know what the answer is. I just know that one of our listeners suggested that since we have Representative Eric Burleson's phone number, that the next time he's in a hearing and asking somebody questions, we can text him and say, hey, Representative, ask him, where are the cookies?
Great idea.
And I want to see him laugh. I just want to see him looking at his phone and then just start snickering.
Great idea.
Great. I would love it.
I'd love it too. So how's business?
Business is good. It's growing. Yeah.
Awesome.
Doing well.
Yeah.
Very well.
Those cookies that you sent the president were
Oh,
so
my.
good. He doesn't know what he missed.
He does not know. But
Where are
that's
my
okay.
cookies? Diane said these are the best, absolutely best. Everybody knows.
I'll bet Representative Onder and Burleson know.
Yeah.
What he missed.
You think so? They ate them.
You know what? This is worse than Watergate.
It is.
This cookie thing.
The cookie caper. It definitely is.
The cookie caper.
We can't
The
call
great
it
cookie caper of 2024.
And we can't call it Cookie Gate because then we can't say it's worse than Watergate. You've got too many gates.
Too many gates.
So Cookie Caper, I think we're going to go
Cookie
with.
caper. I
Which
like that
is,
too.
by the way, worse than Watergate. I just, you know what, Diane, I can't take it sometimes.
I know.
The,
I know.
The
It's
things
very
I hear,
frustrating.
the things I say. And Jamie Raskin yesterday is trying to say it's fine. It's fine to call your constituent. I know you said that already today. You want to play for her?
We can. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would like to actually.
We can't spend too much time on this.
No.
Ken
I
and
know.
I can spend the whole thing on him.
I'm on the same page as you are.
On how what a beta male
Yeah,
he is,
yeah.
you know, beta fish male.
Yeah.
Go ahead, go.
Be careful your answer there.
And
because
there.
there's a lot more that's about to
here.
come out.
Be
right?
careful your answer there.
The beginning's the best part, though.
To explain what happened, then we would take it to the ethics committee. I still don't see what the charge is. Where is the ethical transgression? Where is the legal transgression? Are you saying anybody on your side of the aisle who had a phone call with Jeffrey Epstein should be censured? Be careful your answer there.
Be careful the way you word things.
Phone call.
Little phone call.
Little phone call.
It was no big deal. He's just a predator.
Oh,
He's
my
just a little
gosh.
rapist. He's a little rapey.
Oh,
But you see what happens with that, Diane?
I
is
know.
He says,
know.
is calling Jeffrey Epstein now a cause for censure? He conveniently left out during a
the
hearing,
right.
you know? And then the media will say, oh, well, you know, it's okay. Jamie Raskin says it's okay.
But I like your thought better about the idea that texting is actually worse than calling because you're hiding it.
Right.
You're able to hide it.
That is true. But if they ever found a telephone call between President Trump and
Oh,
Epstein, believe me,
Oh.
that will be a different story.
he'd be run out of town.
So is there any other juicy stuff you can tell us about
Oh my gosh.
St. Thomas?
We're going to get her in trouble.
Will we get you in trouble?
No, you're not going to get me in trouble.
So what else did you say?
Oh, well, you can see it as you go by, as you sail by.
How close?
Probably within a mile or less. Yeah, easy. Come out of the marina, and as you go around the bend, his place was right there. And that's what it was known as, Pedophile Island. And, you know, the people that took care of our boat would always talk about that, how they had to sign a non-disclosure agreement. They couldn't discuss anything. That
Those are people who work there had to sign
those are
NDAs?
people. Yeah, those are
who
people
work and live.
in the Virgin Islands, right? You know, the carpenters because that's the only way he could get work done on his place is to get people from St. Thomas to come over. So they would come over and they'd have to sign an agreement that they wouldn't talk about anything that they saw.
And the disgustingness of that, because I mean, in order to achieve that type of reputation, you really have to be doing a lot of that.
Yeah.
I mean,
agree.
to get
I
it to
agree.
be throughout that whole region.
Yeah, I agree.
That's horrible.
Yeah,
yeah.
It is. It really is.
All right. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Let's talk about the bakery.
You want to talk about these cinnamon rolls that I
Yeah.
just baked for you this morning?
So these are fresh, still hot, right?
Still warm. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
You should. I gotta get. I'm gonna grab them.
How many's in that thing?
24.
Ken,
6 down, 4 across.
I can do math. Thanks. I don't need you to help
No,
me
you
with
can't.
my.
No, thank you
Well,
for the
just in
help.
ca-
Thank you for the help
just
on
in
that,
case,
Diane.
Just in case.
I can't
Oh
do
my
that.
gosh.
I mean, these are heavy.
Yes,
Vic,
they
they're
are
heavy.
So these are the old-fashioned cinnamon rolls. They're actually made with fresh yeast. They're not made with that powder yeast that you put in.
What's the difference?
The taste,
Mm.
yeasty taste. You know.
Here's how little I know. First of all, cooking is fine.
Mhm.
Baking is chemistry.
It is.
You know,
It
and
is.
I can't do it. My wife can do it. Great.
Mhm.
She's right now. Her kick is she's making crumb buns, New Jersey crumb buns,
Ooh.
which are awesome.
Well, you know, I'm a co-op bakery, so if she wants to come in and sell them in my bakery,
Oh,
she
look
can
at that.
come in and bake.
Wait. What's that mean?
So my bakery is a co-op bakery.
What does
So-
that mean?
Well, that means that if you want to start your own business, you come into my bakery, you use my commissary kitchen, you make your product and put it out for sale.
Ha!
Look at that.
Just what my wife needs, another job.
There you go.
Because two's not
There you
enough.
go.
So where was I with the baking? Baking is chemistry.
Baking is chemistry.
So
And your
hard.
wife is making crumb buns.
which are
Mhm.
great. Very New Jersey. That's- I learned that that's in New Jersey indigenous thing. We eat crumb cake.
Oh, perfect.
And there's a place in Long Beach Island called Crust and Crumb, which
Mm-hmm.
is the best. Next to my wife's. My wife's is the best, and that's second best.
Okay. Well, she can sell them from the bakery.
Oh, stop it. You know how many times, Diane, I got to tell you, you know how many times I've said to her, we should get a food truck. You and I should buy a food truck.
Mhm.
Call it Porcelli's Deli. Hello.
I love it.
And sell her sausage and peppers sandwiches, eggplant parm sandwiches.
Ooh.
She made lasagna the other night. You know why? Because we had too many packages of lasagna in the It was unbelievable. So good.
Taylor ham.
Taylor ham, egg, and cheese. You know what that is?
Oh, no, I don't.
Taylor ham is a New Jersey delicacy.
Oh, my.
People in North Jersey, like I, say Taylor ham. The heathens down in South Jersey call it pork roll. But either way, it's the same product, exact same product. And I can't even, you've eaten it. What is it?
Oh,
it's not ham. It's not bacon. It's not Canadian ham.
Right.
It's its own little thing, its own little taste.
Yeah, yeah.
But I will bring you one.
Okay. Does she make that product?
No, she, you fry it.
Okay.
It comes in a package. You
Okay.
fry it. And then a Taylor ham, egg, and cheese sandwich on a hard roll is a Jersey breakfast.
Sounds good.
So I'll bring you one.
Okay. It sounds really good.
Diane, you mentioned co-op, and you mentioned that other people can come in and
Mhm.
and make their goods.
They do.
Okay, would you want to promote that? Would you want people to know?
Or is that
about
a secret?
Sure. No, it's not. It's not a secret. That's how I
How
started.
can they get a hold of you then?
I started baking cookies and started baking too many. So then I had to I bought the bakery so I could have more hours. But yeah, so people it's kind of like an incubator, where where you want to, is my product good enough to sell? And then we have the display case in front, and they put their products out in the front, and we sell their products.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
yeah, so it's they're all licensed, and the health inspector comes in and checks out all their products and makes sure.
Do you
that
make
they're-
money on it though?
I do. They pay me rent.
Okay, good. Okay,
So
good.
Yeah.
which is
Awesome.
half the battle.
Now,
Yeah.
You mentioned something, a affliction that my wife has as well. She can't make just enough. She always has to make too much.
Oh, me too. I grew up in a family with 8 brothers and sisters.
There you go.
I mean, like a pot of spaghetti is like, 20 gallons.
I had seven. I had 7
You
brothers,
did-
and sisters, and my mom wouldn't know how to cook small if she tried.
I'm the same
There's
way,
no way.
even today.
Yeah.
There's only the 5 of us.
Well, 5
Only.
is a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah.
I mean, as opposed to, today when
Yeah,
they
no,
only
I
have
get
1
it.
or 2.
Well, how can they get a hold of you? That'd be great.
Just call me at the bakery.
Okay.
Diane at Trolley Stop Bakery.
What's the number?
314-295-4898.
4898, and that's
yeah.
314.
Mhm.
And that is by the it's 141 in Olive around there.
Old 141 in Olive.
By the
Next to
bowling
Paul
alley?
Mano's.
Next to what?
Next to Paul Mano's restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Jenny's Diner is in there too.
Bowling alley right there,
Across the street.
and the original Deerbergs,
Across the street.
right?
Yep.
Four
across the-
Seasons.
Four Seasons Deerberg.
That
Yeah.
was the very first
I-
Deerbergs.
It's a lot of fun. It's have the camaraderie that you have with other bakers when they're there. Plus, if they need to borrow something, they'll borrow a cup of sugar. They don't have to go next door.
What a
And
great community.
it is. It's really nice. It's
Well,
a lot of fun.
I knew a guy. He was amazing at making little candies,
Mhm.
special made candy. Would that fall into that
Perfect.
category? Yeah.
Perfect. Yep.
That's
perfect.
awesome.
Perfect. And also it gets them licensed that if they want to go to farmers markets and things like that, they can sell outside. Or if they want
Yeah.
to sell to Schnucks or Deerbergs, they're able to go outside and do that. So because they're at a licensed location.
Nice. Okay.
So, have you ever considered being on one of the baking shows on TV?
Oh no.
Why?
I don't know. I never.
You'd kill it.
I never,
I was
I
asked,
never thought
actually.
about it. You were asked.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
They contacted me right before I got this gig here, before we started the station.
Yes.
The next great baker.
Really?
Yeah.
And
that-
you didn't take it?
No, I couldn't because
Well, work with Vic and be on TV.
No.
Yeah.
They took your time.
No, I
It
know.
took a lot of time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the bakery that I was working at, actually, they won that.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really that's a big.
It would
account-
have been cool, but
Yeah.
it would have been so time consuming. There's
would've
no way
been.
I would have been able to do both.
I know, but look at the fame.
Mm.
You'd be great for one of those because you have a great personality.
Oh, you'd be
oh.
wonderful for
And your
that. Yeah.
I
food
talk
is-
a lot.
That's what you want.
That's
That's what
good,
TV
man.
wants, you know?
Yeah.
So there was
Oh.
this show called Crime Scene Kitchen on Fox,
Ooh.
and you and another person were partners. You came to the show as partners, and then you go into this kitchen, and there's clues, and you have to guess what was baked in that kitchen.
Oh.
You know, like, oh, there's a lemon. Oh, there's a lemon. What do you call the thing? Zester.
Zest. A zester.
You know,
okay.
there's oh, look at this has prunes in it. Maybe there's prunes in it. And then you have to bake what you think was made in that kitchen before you got there.
I never heard of that.
Oh,
but
I
that's-
love that show. Yeah, that's good.
So
Really good.
that sounds so interesting.
Crime Scene Kitchen.
Crime Scene Kitchen. Oh,
My wife and I love it. If it's about food, my wife and I are.
well,
in.
I would think crime scene would be something else.
Yeah.
But
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. I just-
And then there's top level. They used to have top level chef with Gordon Ramsay, where the worst team's on the bottom, and you get the last dibs. First dibs are at the top, third floor.
And there are literally like 3 stories, right?
Yeah. And as you go down the stairs, there's less and less stuff. The people at the bottom have,
Oh, great.
What am I making here? A piece of paper sandwich? But that'd be good for you too. Because now, now they do top level baker.
Top level baker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my next career.
Yeah, I hear you. Me
So
too.
where do you, so you sell those
At the bakery, I
at the
do.
bakery?
I do. I make, like I said, I make those. They're made with fresh yeast, which gives you that yeasty smell.
Yeah.
So, I don't try to proof them quickly because I want that yeast smell. And like my grandma used to make,
Yeah.
she used to get brewer's yeast from my uncle from Anheuser-Busch. She'd buy it from them. And so it's just a different product. And so you just get that old fashioned taste.
Mm.
And so that's what I like about those.
Yeah, those look amazing.
And I make those. I make pecan rolls, so with nuts on top.
There we go.
And
There we go.
so-
That's one of my favorite nuts, man.
Oh, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, next week.
Mm. Oh,
Do you sell them in 24 packs
No,
like this?
I can. Yes.
But this was just for us?
Well, this is just for you guys.
Thank you.
But I do. I sell them individually. I sell them 4s, 8s, 7s.
I was going to say
96.
individually, those would work, man.
Yeah,
Those
they
things
do.
are so full.
They do. Yeah, they do, and they're really good. I can't wait.
So
for you to
what's the
taste them.
top selling baked item at the Trolley Stop Bakery?
The top cookies. Yeah, cookies.
Those chocolate chip cookies?
Yeah, chocolate
So
chip
Ken
cookies.
got his hands on one time. It was a while ago. And they come in that little
That
plastic
plastic
envelope kind of thing.
It was so good.
He had it taped to his notebook.
For like 2 months.
I can send you a carton.
Oh, they were amazing. Little containers.
container. And you'll have bookmarks everywhere.
For everything.
And again, I so apologize that your cookies didn't make it to the
Hey,
president.
it was so much fun to do that with you guys. I just, I told everybody, and everybody was watching. Is the president getting?
Now I
them?
feel a bigger failure.
No,
'cause all of our
don't.
friends.
It would have been amazing.
No,
it would have been amazing if he'd have
would have
gotten
been.
it. Look at his cookie.
But then
It's such a-
again, when he called a reporter piggy or something, it's like, well,
Right.
like I don't know that I really wanted him to get them.
no.
Well, you're not a news reporter, but Mark Schmitz, the father of Jared Schmitz, personally gave him a letter from us.
I know.
to
I
him.
talked to Ken about that. He told me.
Yeah.
That's the We
Right.
Gotta Go music.
All right.
Diane, thanks so much.
Oh, Vic, thank you, Ken.
We really
it's always,
appreciate it.
It's always a pleasure being with you too.
Trolley
Thank-
Stop Bakery, the official bakery of the Fat Vic Porcelli Show.
That's right.
Thank you so much for having the record player on at night to listen to us this morning.
Make sure you have the record player on at night.
Jamie Allman and the 3 Martini Lunch. Diane, love you to death.
Thanks, Diane.
Thanks, Vic. Thank you, Ken.
Jamie's next.
Woosh,
Start
woosh.
drinking. Start drinking.
See ya.
Cooking a pizza using coal, that's creating an amazing pizza. Only one place to get it. Napoli Brothers Pizza and Pasta in the district at Chesterfield. Try it. You can thank me later. Also, don't forget that Lit Cigar Lounge is just a few doors away. Top of the line cigars and whiskeys. TVs in every direction. Watch your sports while enjoying your drink and smoke. LitSTL.com.
Hey, Columbo here for Intervine, a great local company that has customers all across the country due to the quality of their products. Intervine has the best flashlights, lanterns, headlamps, and even batteries, including the new Monster 2000 Lumen waterproof lantern and the Sentinel 2000 self-defense flashlight. Our home and vehicles are full of great Intervine products, and right now you can shop their website and get 25% off your entire purchase just by using my name, Tony, as your promo code. That's promo code Tony at Intervine.com.
Now, the Free Market Minute, brought to you by the Hammond Institute for Free Enterprise at Lindenwood University.
Hey, it's Mike Ferguson from The Morning Show, and I'm here with Dr. Grant Black. And Grant, does having more economic freedom make a difference in people's lives, such as maybe helping reduce poverty?
It definitely makes a difference. Economic freedom is critical for fostering well-being and prosperity. It enables people to make their own choices and pursue their own interest, like choosing careers, starting businesses, and innovating to make the world better. It thrives in environments that empower people, promote competition, and protect property rights, all while being supported by limited and healthy government. Economic freedom is a catalyst for generating higher incomes, greater wealth, more opportunities, better access to education, and improved health at all levels of society. It makes a difference.
The John W. Hammond Institute for Free Enterprise at Lindenwood University fosters and examines market-oriented approaches to economic and social issues. To learn more, visit hammondinstitute.org.
KLGY HD3 Clayton, K270BW Bellefonte, KNBS Bowling Green. This is News Talk STL at 1019, 94.1, and always streaming at newstalkstl.com.
Breaking news at Town Hall. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. A high-profile public figure stung by emails connecting him with the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
Larry Summers is one of those whose name is listed among the wealthy and influential people in Epstein's network, as indicated by emails made public by House Democrats last week. In response, Summers has issued a statement saying he would step back from public commitments, as the documents show he maintained a friendly relationship with Epstein long after Epstein's 2008 conviction. Summers says his association with Epstein was, quote, a major error in judgment, unquote. He intends to retain his teaching duties at Harvard. He was the university's former president as well as former Treasury Secretary under Bill Clinton. George Williams reporting.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott has signed a proclamation declaring the Council for American Islamic Relations a foreign terrorist group.
The proclamation, which also includes the Muslim Brotherhood, prohibits the council, its members, and affiliates from buying or acquiring land in the state. In a letter to Abbott, the council declares the proclamation legally and factually baseless. It argues the Republican governor lacks the authority to unilaterally declare any Americans or American institutions terrorist groups, and it accuses the governor of stoking anti-Muslim hysteria.
That is Rich Thomason reporting. Observers say trying to predict the next move on interest rates is something of a toss-up. Federal Reserve officials sharply disagree amongst themselves over the economy's health and whether inflation or weak hiring represents a greater threat. The president interviewing some good people, he says, for the top job at the Fed.
The president has made no secret that he'll be replacing Fed Chair Jerome Powell next year, and he says he's already reviewing a list of candidates.
We have some surprising names and we have some standard names that everybody's talking about.
The president said his first choice for the Fed was Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, but he declined the job.
That is Greg Cluxton reporting. More from Town Hall.